Well, no, that's why I need a
Mic check, mic check.
mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2.
Mic check 1 2.
Do it again.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check.
Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Well, no, that's why I need a
Mic check, mic check.
mic check 1 2.
My
Mic check
big
1
mouth.
2. Mic check. Good.
Good. Yeah, boy. Cody Fontenot. What's up, Big Cody?
Well, yeah.
Hey,
you-
Cody.
you
Thanks,
on-
man,
you
for
on
the
thing?
mic check, bro.
That's what I'm
Check 1 2. Yeah, that was it.
Oh, yeah. The lights make a huge difference.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's up, Holden? You ain't playing ball, man.
Cool.
How we go to
They
the
play at 7 and 9.
Go.
Dude.
Broke it?
How we go to the car?
Hope I did it.
Okay. Is everybody ready?
Pretty much.
I got y'all screens up.
Just unplug it there.
Yeah. Come on, come on, come on.
Hey, Holly, do me a favor. Make sure the door's closed.
There we go.
Thank you.
Good.
Yep, good.
You good, bro?
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to week 4 of high school football in the great state of Louisiana. I got an outstanding guest tonight joining me at the panel. We're going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves right now.
Hello, everybody out there in Facebook land. You got Big Donald Young Sr.
Keith Crozier right here, man.
And Gary Swallow, guys.
Through 3 weeks, it has been excitement. It has been surprises. It has been upsets, high scores, defensive showdowns, everything you can want and more from high school football. How excited are you heading into week 4?
Oh, my
Gonna be
God.
pumped.
We got some
Yeah.
interesting games to pick this week.
You're right.
You love it, love
Some
it.
hard ones, too.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and
Flip a coin.
say thank you to our sponsors real
Yes.
fast. I want to say thank you to Buck and Duck for being a yearly sponsor. They specialize in land development, civil construction, tree services, and debris removal, and hot shot trucking. No job is too big. Give owner Kenny Berry and his team a call today. That is Buck and Duck. Also, Deaton's Cajun Kitchen, selling delicious boiled crawfish, seafood, and seasonal snow cones with a friendly smile. Currently located at 904 4th Avenue in Kinder, Louisiana. Give Deaton's a chance to earn your business and you will not be disappointed. Last sponsor we're going to cover for tonight is Bayou Prairie Landscaping, covering Red Zone this week. Thank you very much to Bayou Prairie Landscaping. They offer services such as pruning, weeding, mulching, planting, and monthly and seasonal care, along with many other services. Give them a call at 337-305-5283 and ask for Chesley Ortego and Louis Morcantel. Thank you to our sponsors right there. Also, I want to give a big thank you to Mr. Donald Young down at the table for getting
Right.
us brand new
Beauchene.
helmets on the table this week.
Bo Shane.
We
Thank
got
you to
And
Bo Shannon North Central this week. Go ahead,
That's
Mr.
for
Donald.
Cookie?
Yeah, thank you from Coach Lewis, Marcus Lewis for Beauchene, first year coach over there. Also first year coach Caruth at North Central. Thanks a lot, guys. Welcome to the parish.
Hey, who's next? Who's next to join the great table of Under the Lights helmets? We don't specialize in one spot.
Yeah.
Look at this. You got Basil, North Central, OC, Catholic Appointed Peak, Kinder, Beauchene, OHS, Westminster, Northwest. We range all over. Who's going to get us the next helmet? We look forward to getting you on our table.
That's right.
that's it.
And coming soon, we're going to have a backdrop to where we're going to be able to display them all really good.
Yeah, you're right, my friend. We're gonna hold off on the headlines for this week. I'm gonna turn things over to a couple phone calls at the moment, okay? So before we get in our groove, before we make some picks, we talk headlines and the whole 9 yards, we want to get a couple coaches on the line. First off, we're going to talk to Coach Edwards at Northwest High School, and then we're going to talk to Coach Travis Blaze at Westminster High School. So 2 coaches we want to talk to out the gate. Taylor Booton, if you're still watching, I want you to call in and talk about homeschool football if we still have time.
That was a good game this past week.
Yes, sir.
He said, I still owe Gary a tumbler. Actually, you owe him a tumbler.
Coach Edwards,
'Cause I
Coach
stole
Edwards, are
his.
you there?
And you got Coach Edwards on the line.
Yes.
You hung up.
There we go.
Here we go. We're getting ready for it.
Hello.
Hey, Coach Edwards, how you doing, sir?
All right. Hey, I just shot you a text. You might want to call on my home phone so we have good reception.
Oh, we good. We got you here. Well, what's your number?
I just sent it to you. I just sent it. Oh no, I'm sending it to you right now. I thought I hit send, but you called.
How's it
I
going,
got you.
Alex? Ashley, how's things going? How was your
All right,
trip
go
to
ahead and hang
Hawaii?
up, Coach.
All right.
Hawaii.
Mr. Donald, what's your phone number?
Ashley?
447
Hawaii a couple last week.
0396.
Really?
Yes, she did.
447
Well, I'm jealous.
Coach Edwards?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sound better on your cell phone. We got you. Can you hear us?
Ken Manuel, how's it going,
Yes,
bro?
I can hear you.
Okay. Coach
Hey,
Edwards on the
go
phone.
ahead, sir.
Hey, Coach, thanks a lot for calling in for us. Welcome to Under the Lights tonight. With our panel, you have myself, you have Mr. Keith Crozier, you have Mr. Gary Swallow, and Mr. Jordan Taylor. We just want to ask you a few questions and see what's going back there in the Raider country.
Yes, sir. Not a problem.
All right. Can you start off by telling us who y'all playing this week, Coach? Who's up the back?
We have the 4A Powerhouse and Eunice Bobcats.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh, that's going to be a good game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
Both of
And
you
I
got.
think they're scheduled for homecoming, so they're trying to barbecue on us on Friday night.
Oh, homecoming. You're right, Coach. Well, both of the teams are looking for their first win, but I'm gonna tell you, man, your coach
Second.
is second one.
Yeah, both of them got one. They're 1 and 2.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, Coach.
No, good.
Y'all looking for your second win, okay? But Coach, y'all losses haven't been no blowouts, especially in the Raider country. I mean, you guys been putting us some runs, but it's just a defensive situation, huh?
Yeah, we putting up points, man, and it's just one route that we can't cover, man. The very basic slant rail route. Northside Exposures week 1. I think they scored 3 touchdowns off it. We tried to correct it in practice. The next week, Crowder hit us with it. They didn't complete it, but it was there. And so just like every other coach, they're just studying film, and they know that's where we're weak at. So if we could correct that, man, we'll take 21 points off the board every Friday night, you know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Coach, I'm hearing a lot of buzz from Raider Country this week. Is this the week where we see a lefty start the game on Friday night, or are you still sticking with your guy who you started the season with?
We're going to stick with Faison, the guy we started the season with. Like I told, the kids in practice on Monday, it took him all summer to own that job, and he's not going to lose it in one game.
Right.
All the Devin Zachary kid did was earn him some more reps, and he's fighting for that starting job now. He's a first-year quarterback, no experience. I know he's probably a better pocket passer, but besides throwing the ball, I mean, it's really all he could do right now, So we're still trying to coach him up. But right now he got just as many reps as Faison did during the week. Prior to last week, he was only getting about, a third of the reps. But now he's getting half the reps, so I definitely won't wait till the third quarter. If we see stuff going south early, we're going to put him in,
Okay, Coach. Well, what's the difference between you both of you? You mentioned Devin as a pocket passer, and then we know your other quarterback. He's a pocket passer, but he's also a scrambler.
Well, the problem we have right now is that, like I said, preseason, the strength of our team was supposed to be our offensive line, and we haven't had all those guys together yet. So when we missing, 1 and 2 major guys up front, we need somebody that's a little bit more athletic skill set to get out of there when the pocket breaks down, and that's what Faison gives us more than Devin. Devin can run the ball, but again, with him being a first-year quarterback, he runs sideways instead of stepping up in the pocket. So just little things that we hope to have nipped in the bud by district time, and by then he may be the starting guy,
Okay, all right.
Coach, speaking on district play, how much has this schedule here in the beginning prepping your kids for what is always a really competitive district? Is these games finding out where your team is, and you think they can be ready by the time district rolls around?
We hope so, man. That's why we schedule those games. We schedule tough games to face tough offenses, and it's kind of a double-edged sword. We want to see those things, and right now we're having trouble stopping it. So I think that the Kinders and the Church Points of the world are looking at that, and they kind of feast on that because they know that's the same offense they run. So we got to fix that in Raider country, man, so people can stop spoon-feeding the ball down our throat every Friday night.
Coach, how's this week of preparation for Eunice High, a very respected program in St. Landry Parish? What is the word to the kids going into what should be an outstanding atmosphere for homecoming night, and what's it going to take for the guys to get out of there with a win?
Just read your keys. Friday night, they was following the motion in the backfield, wouldn't read those guards, and we was running out of there, and that fullback rushed for over 250 yards by just running up the middle. Every play this week in practice, I make the defensive end tell the linebacker their responsibility, make the linebacker tell the defensive end their responsibility, all the D-line talking, and that's something that should have been going on all year, but, kids forget, so we remind them every day. So if they read their keys Friday night, I really think that we have a shot to be in that game come the fourth quarter.
Well, what's Eunice High? What's their strength, Coach? What y'all have to stop?
They everything looks the same. When you're playing Eunice and these Wing T teams, every play looks the same. So just because you're seeing the same motion, it's not the same play. Just because you're seeing the same formation, it's not the same play. All they plays build on each other. So you got to do a real good job of following your keys, because just because motion going one way doesn't always mean the ball's going that way. So just stay on your keys. This week, we practiced with 3 different footballs. We had 1 football in the fullback, 2 footballs in the wingback hand. So no matter what play they ran, guys had to honor their job. So we made sure all plays was covered. So hopefully that'll work. I picked up on that at a camp this summer. So I just try to, use that as one of my bags of tricks to get ready. So we had 3 footballs in the field for the offense this week against defense. So hopefully that'll help our guys,
Coach, let's talk about the weather change coming into this week. How good is it going to feel playing in front of cool weather for the first time? Because me and Gary seen from all over the state, we've seen a lot of cramping issues last week. How good is that going to feel to kind of get everybody in game shape and playing in cooler weather?
Yeah, it should feel good. It felt good at practice. The kids shouldn't cramp as much. We still have kids that's probably going to cramp because they're going both ways. But units have the same kids going both ways. I seen their quarterback playing outside linebacker on film last week. So we got to suck it like they have to suck it up. So the weather's definitely going to help us. But I think as hard as our kids play on both teams, it probably still would be cramps out there until week 5 and 6,
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, not to expose too much of your plays, what kind of plays is working for you, Coach? Because y'all putting up some numbers.
Man, like I always say, man, we just a spread offense, man. We line up, and I think we do a great job adjusting at halftime. We go out there, we see exactly what they're giving us. We go out there, make adjustments at halftime, and we typically making a run in the third, fourth quarter. We just getting behind 2 and 3 scores in the first half, If we could just keep the game close and let the coaches do their job at halftime, we could easily very well be 3-0, man. So I'm just telling the guys to keep showing up, keep fighting, don't lose faith, and don't listen to nobody outside the locker room. Just listen to our guys, listen to your coaches, believe, and we're going to make it work.
Coach, we have you on the schedule in a couple weeks. Look forward to talking to you that week, and I wish you the best of luck this upcoming Friday night. Can't wait to see the Raiders and the Bobcats give up an instant classic on Friday night.
That's going to be a big rivalry, John. That's a big rivalry. That's at home,
we're
and
gonna
y'all
go
play.
over there and try to have homecoming 2 weeks in a row, because ours next week. So we're gonna try to have 2 homecoming victories in a row.
I understand that, Coach. Y'all got anything y'all want to ask Coach Edwards?
No, we good. Hey, y'all handling y'all end.
Gary?
No, I'm good. Just keep working hard, man. That's all
Yeah.
I gotta say.
You got some good players there.
Good players.
Appreciate it,
Look
guys,
forward
and
to
thank you
seeing
guys for taking the time.
Best of luck Friday
Good
night,
luck
Coach.
this weekend, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot for calling in. I'll give you a holler tomorrow afternoon.
Yes, sir.
All right, have a blessed evening, folks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Coach Edwards from Northwest High School giving us his little input for the weekend game. They'll be facing Northwest. Oh, listen to me, Northwest. They'll be facing Eunice High School at Eunice for Eunice Jam homecoming.
Wow.
How about some headlines of the week before we get Coach Blaze on the line? Fellas,
Let's go
listen
with
up
it.
to these headlines, and I want you to chip in at any point or towards the end with your thoughts on it, okay?
Okay, cool.
Let's start off with a great story from last Friday night. Opelousas Catholic's running back, senior Riley Reed,
Yes.
was just an infant when his father, Staff Sergeant Jonathan Reed, a Put-Barry graduate and athlete, was killed in the line of duty. Put-Barry honored Riley Reed with his dad's game number jersey on Friday night in pregame. What an outstanding moment that was.
Awesome.
It was a beautiful shadow box with the jersey, and they had pictures and stuff. I didn't know they were going to do that,
Me either.
and I'll be honest with you, it was touching. It hit my heart to see that they did that for him, and I'm very proud of the Red Devils for doing that. Even though he's not playing for the Devils, that was a very good act that they did, and I'm very proud of them for that.
How about your next headline of the week? And it's sad news from the state of Louisiana. Donald, I'm not sure if you know these coaches or not, but listen to these headlines and let's keep these coaches, players, and teams in our prayers here.
Okay.
Denham Springs lost this week one of their coaches, Brian Smith, after a tremendous battle. He lost his life earlier this week. Also, another coach lost his passed this week. Warren Easton lost one of their coaches this week, Coach Dewitt. So 2 coaches in the state of Louisiana we lost this week.
Wow.
So it's hitting home here. So we want to keep prayers for the Denham Springs and the Warren Easton family this week.
Yes, sir.
Most
For
definitely.
sure.
Thoughts and prayers to all of you guys.
How about ERAF with a big win on Friday night? Donald picked this game.
Yeah.
After being quarantined for the first 2 weeks, 2 key returners for the ERAF team combined for over 200 yards to beat St. Louis. So I thought that was an interesting headline there. 2 of their key guys wasn't even playing the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So they're back, and they made a huge statement out of the gate. Here is another one I like to say. LCA. We all know who LCA is, right?
Yes,
Most
sir.
definitely.
How about their head football coach, Trev Falk? When he started with this football team, here is their overall record: 59-7, 1 playoff loss in his first year there. Okay, four consecutive state championships, and in those 4 years, his record is 52-3.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
A couple losses to Acadiana is in that 3 losses, and they finally got over the hill this week. So how about Trev Falk in that LCA program putting out what is outstanding numbers here, and they're not scheduling cupcakes.
Oh, no.
They're going through the meat of a schedule too.
Yeah, they're going after the big boys.
But they remind me of Coach Murphy Guillory. I read an article on him. He's in the Louisiana High School Sports Association Hall of Fame, and his career coaching football, he went 94-2.
Oh, wow.
94-2 in 5 years. So I mean, already that's 5 years now. That's already Coach Falk is already up there with him right now. And he just starting out, Gary. Just starting out.
That's pretty good.
All right, how about this? Final headline of the week. You just got the update on state championship football today. Where they're going to be? What are their times?
This is dumb.
What is the... What?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. State championships last year were in Natchitoches because of COVID reasons, okay? All 9 state championships was played in Natchitoches last year.
Okay.
That's not going to happen this year. Will they all be going back to the Dome? That will not happen this year. Here's what's going on. Here's an update that updated again. So the news you got earlier
Within an
was
hour.
updated in an hour.
It changed since
Yes.
you talked to me? Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
All right, state championship update. Here's your private schools. Where they're going to be? What's the dates? Division 1 and Division 3. So Division 1 is the John Curtises of the world. Division 3 is the LCAs of the world. They will be December 3rd playing at Tulane. That's a Friday. So those two games will be played at Tulane on a Friday. Cool?
Yeah.
How about we go to the other two divisions for private schools? Division 2, the SDMs of the world. Division 4, the Calvary Baptists of the world. Where are they going to be? They're going to be at UL this year, playing on December 11th. On the Saturday, on December 11th. Here's the catch. Your public schools, 1A, 2A, will be on December 10th on the Friday at the Dome. 2A, 3A, 3A, 4A, 5A will be on the Saturday, December 11th at the Dome. Why is Division 2 and Division 4 playing on the same day as the public schools in a different location?
Coach Travis Blaze, though,
Okay,
George.
put them on hold real quick. Answer that.
Hold
So
on
wait a
one
minute.
minute.
You mean Division 1 and 3 are going to be the Friday before
The week before,
at Tulane, and Division 2 and 4 are going to be the same day as
day as the
1 and
Dome.
3A.
Oh,
1 and
3, 4, and 5A.
3, 4, and 5A. Oh,
I
that is
liked
so
it. I liked it on a Saturday.
Yeah, why did they change it up like that, George? What's
Well,
that?
They don't
crazy.
want to be together anymore. So they go their separate spots.
It sounds like a boyfriend and girlfriend breaking up.
But
that's crazy.
Here was the initial ruling. Division 2 and Division 4 was going to play at UL on the Saturday, December 4th. Works out perfect. You get a chance to watch all 9 state championship games at
one
different
place,
locations. Now, I want to watch St. Thomas more, but I also might want to watch Edna Carr play at the Dome on Saturday. And you don't get that chance now. Could it change from now until then?
It changed within an hour.
It changed
God.
within an hour. It could change again.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Jordan. First of all, we've been watching state football finals, championship games forever, and we'd go and we'd make a weekend out of it. And whenever they have them all at the Dome, you can say what you want, the Dome is the perfect place for the state championship games.
For basketball
You know,
and football.
Yeah.
So you have nothing to say. That's just selfish. I'm sorry. They might all get mad at me for that. That's selfish that they're doing that to where people are not being able to go and see those games.
Well,
Okay, Coach
we'll-
Keith
we'll talk-
Washington. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We'll talk about it a little later in the show.
Right.
Coach Keith Washington with Hamilton Christian is calling to get his opinion on that. But we got Coach Travis Blaze
Okay.
on the line there, Jordan.
Coach Travis Blaze from Westminster Christian Academy. You are on the line with Under the Lights. How's it going tonight, brother?
Oh man, it's going wonderful. Just another day in paradise. Another week trying to go 1-0.
Let's talk about that cool weather your coaches and your players got to practice in today. Tell me about how good that felt.
I tell you what, I'm sure the players and coaches enjoyed it. I am the biggest wuss in the world when it comes to cold temperatures. So, I think the temperature was like in the low 60s today. That's borderline freezing for me, and I didn't have sweatpants, so I was miserable this morning. But
Coach, you're a military man, Coach.
Oh, look, hey, and listen, you're long sleeves and you got all the long johns and everything that your body can handle. So, usually don't break all that out until the 50s, but no, it was a good, nice cool breeze for practice. You can hear all the kids saying it's football weather. So,
Coach,
absolutely outstanding.
Coach, you hit the nail right there. Me, Gary, Keith, and Donald were all there last Friday. Mr. Keith had to leave
But
because it was not football weather last week.
No, it was.
That was some temperatures there.
Oh man, the
That was
humidity.
uncomfortable.
The humidity was outrageous last Friday. Your kids felt that temperature, right?
Oh, but look, it was a perfect storm. So the grass was long because, we had the whole week of rain. We couldn't really cut it. And then the water was sitting on the field. And then, it was still hot and muggy. It was brutal. we had a few cramps, and so we've been really taking care of our bodies this week, making sure that doesn't happen again.
Coach, I seen on Twitter earlier today, and I'm not really one to mess around with Twitter, just seeing what's the latest news, but it seemed like they have an excited team that y'all playing this week, finally getting a chance to play a home game. What have you learned about your upcoming opponent, and what scares you the most about them?
So I've been in communication with their head coach. He seems like a nice guy, and they are switching offenses, and so what they lack in athleticism, right? They're a triple option offense. So I keep telling our kids, like, I think one of our advantages defensively is our team speed, and when you play option football, you have to be assignment sound, and it slows you down a little bit. And what they do offensively and defensively, they try and hold the ball on offense, and they try and prevent the big play on defense. And so if they jump on you, it's the kind of game that you start to panic a little bit as players, and you press. And so, our message to the kids, again, it's all about the 1-0 mindset. But hey, if they jump on us, we jump right back. And if we get a lead on them early, I think that gives us the advantage, because that offense is not built to come from behind.
Okay.
Right.
Coach, what was the biggest takeaways after you got done with me and Gary, when you got to go sit down and watch the film with your coaching staff? What's the biggest takeaways that you learned about your team last Friday?
Obviously, anytime you win, you're just incredibly proud of your kids, and just the fight to the end. But defensively, that goal line stand, a fourth and goal from inside the 3, and we make that play. And we're very proud of our kids. And the other thing is, we were so close on some deep shots. I didn't realize how close we were, because I got the sideline view. And so we're fingertips away from making some big plays. And our quarterback had a career high in attempts, and to be quite honest, I don't think somebody's thrown the ball 39 times at Westminster in a long time. So
That's 139.
The 100-something yards he threw.
Me and Jordy were calling the game, and we made that comment very, very often about, like, that was like an inch away from a completion, right off the fingertips and stuff. So we were very impressed with that. That was just like a little timing issue or whatever. But, we were very impressed with that, how close that was. And like I said, you can work on that and get that polished up, man. Can you imagine the points that can come out of that? Wow.
Well, we had some opportunities against Generate that we missed too. And, my thing on the deep ball is a 50-50 ball. And, so now if you're in any kind of good coverage, those numbers get lower. So, I'm not somebody who likes to go and throw deep balls all over the yard, but that was what they were giving us, and we had to take shots. And, if we can complete a few of those, I think it makes us more dangerous offensively, because now you have to respect it.
Most definitely. And I'm going to tell you, just from the sidelines, it looked the touch was there. It's just a little off the fingertips, because he put some of those balls right in between two defenders, and where his your guys were the only ones that could catch it. And I'm going to tell you, we were very impressed with that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it should be, us or nobody. That's what we tell them. And honestly, a good credit to our quarterback. He was a receiver last year, and he was the other quarterback. They're under center, doing a lot of rollout stuff, and now he's having to stand in there with bullets firing around him. And I've been just really impressed with him. And I'm gonna tell you what, he's throwing the ball well this week against coverage. I think his confidence is up, and that's where it needs to be. So just props to the kid for really diving in and growing, even at this point in the year.
Right.
Coach, I have a question for you. Your running back exploded 2 weeks ago. What is when you look at him in practice this week, what is he doing a little bit differently? Is he hungrier to get going this week? And do you think he's going to have, is he going to get going this week? You think he's going to have one of those games again?
Well, he still had 60 yards rushing, and he had a 63-yard reception, so the kid still totaled 120 yards and a touchdown. So, the thing we told him is you can tell their focal point was to not let him run the ball.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, and you still found a way for 60 yards, which is a respectable game. So I think with what they do defensively, they're a 3-3 stack like we are. was designed to stop spread offenses. So, it's not going to get any easier this week, as far as running lanes. But I think if we continue to put the ball in his hands, he's a playmaker. He's a tough kid, and I think he can make us right on some play calls. And we're trying to spread the touches out a little bit here, try and get more guys involved, just because it makes us more diverse offensively. So, we can't just turn and hand him the ball 37 times. We have to try and spread the love a little bit. He does play both ways, and so he's been practicing hard, but he always does. He's always a weight room leader, and his effort's always there. He's not an overly vocal kid, and he lets his play do the talking.
Well, Coach, have your team have the Satyrs pick up their team chemistry? Have they pick up their mentality of their 1-0 yet? Yeah, I know they're 3-0. I know they're 3-0, Coach. We got. You have the right to toot your horn, but have we pick up that chemistry yet?
Well, I'm going to say this about our kids: we don't have a lot of them. Our numbers are not very big. And the thing that we've talked about, we say two things. I feel like I sound like a broken record at this point. We always tell the story about the 300 Spartans, how they all came together as a team and how, they fought for the guy next to them and all those things. And the other thing is, we say this every day, but hey, we all we got.
Yeah.
And so, I told them today, don't play for me. Don't play for these coaches. Don't go 1-0. For the fans, go 1-0 for the dude sitting next to you. And I think they've done that. They've had to pick each other up in tough situations. I tell the story about our center pumping up the quarterback before that game-winning throw. And the chemistry's there. These kids really do love each other. I think they do believe in the message that we're preaching. And I do think that, week by week, they really believe in the 1-0 mindset.
Well, let me ask you this here, Coach. Was that your play call, 4th down and 10 on the 26-yard line for the go-ahead touchdown? Was that your call or your offensive coordinator?
He is the
so I call the play. So I do have a.
Excuse
me.
So that was your call, right, Coach?
Yeah. Hey, but if it didn't work, it was that idiot OC, right?
Yeah, you go.
So, Coach, what I'm asking you is that how much confidence you have? God, you had a lot of confidence to make that call. That's a gutsy call, Coach. And how many seconds you had, George?
It was
a minute and 10, something like that.
It was a had to almost.
Yeah, it was. The game was on the line. It was basically okay. Make a good decision, quarterback.
Yeah, do or die. You're right.
Well, so I told him. So what I thought was going to happen, and from the sideline view, I thought, I'm a genius, and I was wrong. But thankfully, we sent the guys on verticals, and we had 9 running a crossing route. So if they come, I thought they would lock up the verticals and not give up the deep ball, and 9 would leak late. If not, I thought our big tight end was going to be wide open. If not, he's 6'3", put the ball up and let him go get it. And from the sideline view, I saw the tight end wide open, or so I thought, and the kid ran over to cover him, and Gage saw the other kid open, and he dropped it in the bucket. When he let go of the ball, I was like, oh my God, who's that too?
And who caught the ball? I'm sorry. Who caught it again?
Tyler Dijon. He's our leading receiver right now. Him and Zach each have around 130 yards. But Tyler has a lot more receptions. He plays the slot for us. And look, he dropped 2 wide open. So for him to make that catch and bounce back, and he had our game-winning catch in our scrimmage. Tyler's got a little bit of an impact to him, and he's a junior, so very excited we have him.
Hey, Coach, I clipped that video and I posted it on Facebook, and it's blowing up with views right now.
Coach, sorry, Jordan, I was like, I didn't get to hear it, right? So I had Corey Brody at Kaplan, told me, have you seen it yet? Did you hear it? So I looked it up, and just gave me the chills watching it from y'all view, because you could feel the stands, you could hear everybody, and in the moment you're just like, all right, kick the extra point and defense get ready.
Well,
you're excited, but
I don't know if you noticed, we were pretty excited out there. We were like going, oh my God! He was wide open, nobody covered him.
Well, Coach, would you do that again, Coach? If you had to make
Well,
that call, would you make it again?
Did you make
Well, it worked, so yeah.
I was wondering if you was gonna say that, Coach.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah on that one.
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
that one, when you let it go, I just couldn't believe he was that open, and it just, credit to the kid. One of our kids, Zach, number 11, was about to puke, and I said, Zach, I need one more play from you. For him to go out there and carry his guy vertical and for it to get open. And, for Gage to stand in there after, a few incompletions and everything to lead that drive, I mean, that's what you want out of your senior quarterback. And
Right.
just proud of all of our kids, proud of our defense, proud of our coaching staff for the positive message they continue to deliver to these kids. And, if we believe in them, then hopefully they can continue to believe in themselves and we can continue to grow.
All right.
Coach Travis Blaze, outstanding to talk to you. We wish you best of luck this upcoming week against Ascension Christian. We wish you safe travels the rest of the week for safe injuries. No one gets hurt leading up to game week. And all the prayers are with your team. We can't wait till Friday night to see the Westminster Christian Academy score against Ascension Christian. It should be an outstanding game. Best of luck, my friend.
All right, thank y'all for having me again. Appreciate it, fellas.
Godspeed,
Bye-bye.
Coach.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Okay, have a blessing. All
All
right.
right, fellas, let's talk about a couple things I have here. I want to jump into, how about the longest win streak in the state of Louisiana right now? Who has it?
Jordan.
Is it LCA?
It is LCA.
Thank you.
LCA with a 13-game win streak is the longest in Louisiana right now.
That was a guess.
Madison Prep with 12 and Calvary Baptist with 11. That is your top three
Wow.
for longest win streaks. And then I want to shift gears to the longest, I hate to say it, but losing streaks for the state of Louisiana. Who has it?
Oh,
For the state.
we just broke that one, didn't we?
It's a joke.
Don't touch me. He comes from OHS, ladies and gentlemen. Don't touch my helmet. Oh, I forgot my towel.
These two are from the same school, OHS, and they
And you want to talk about OHS? We got to win, please. Thank you. And Hope Aaron, thank you.
Who has it?
No, say it.
I'm not sure.
Who has
I
it?
hope it's not Fort Barry.
No, I don't know.
No, we won one last year. Yeah, okay.
It's going to be North Central at 19 right now.
Really?
But I got faith that they're going to break it.
Come on.
I got
Come on,
faith they're
guys.
going to break it this week. Not this week or the next week or the next week. They might break it this week or the next week or the next week. You never know.
I was
Can he
told
put
that.
it together this week? They
I
got
was-
a tough Wolfpack team they playing
Yeah,
together.
Right,
yeah,
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was told that they had a good rhythm going for the first half, but it just got worn out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, when you have, it depends
Hold on,
on
let
the
me
size.
give you the last few and you can touch on that. Grace King is at second with 15. Covington Christian and Thrive Academy at 14. And surprise, surprise, who's number 4?
Evangel.
Evangel with a 12-game losing streak. Somebody make it make sense.
Okay, I can't.
Okay.
Not on this one. Evangel is lost. What they did? What's going on up there? Keith?
I have no idea, man.
You
I
know,
mean-
that's scary. I know they they fired the coach
The mid-season.
mid-season
Yeah,
last year.
yeah.
And I heard that they brought in their old coach, didn't they? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he stayed with it. But man, that's
We still didn't win the game.
Evangel Christian Academy was back
the-
in the day was the
Yeah.
high school, or you call them
Well, yeah.
university.
Coach Dunn was there.
Right.
Yeah.
They were. I mean, when you would watch them, I mean, when you'd see that E coming
Yeah,
down the street
yeah,
on the helmet, you got scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just I couldn't believe that when Jordy told me that last year that they were 0-3 or 0 whatever. I couldn't. I said, oh, are they gonna at least win again? And they're 0-2 or 0-3 right now.
They're one.
So they hadn't won anything last year, and they're
Nothing.
still.
Nothing this year.
Nothing so far. That is amazing to me. I'm sorry. They used to be the powerhouse of the state.
Yeah. Big
Yeah.
surprise there, huh?
Right.
Yeah, it
Well,
is, Jordy.
they would beat Curtis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would go down and beat John Curtis. It was crazy.
Okay. My next-
internal issues.
Right.
My next topic to touch on in the state of Louisiana for high school football is battle of borders. What do I mean when I talk battle of borders? Anybody have a clue?
Yeah, somebody crossing the line of scrimmage to come get their butt beat in the state of Louisiana.
Okay. So
Go ahead, John.
our Louisiana teams are heading to different states, and let's find out how they're doing so far through 3 weeks.
Okay.
So far, our Louisiana teams are 2-0 in Arkansas.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
They're 3-1 in Mississippi, 1-0 in Maryland,
Maryland.
Yeah.
0-1 in Oklahoma, and 0-1 in Texas. That's where our Louisiana teams stand
Wow.
at the Battle of Borders. Hey, that's an outstanding number there.
Yeah.
That is.
They are
didn't
6-3 when they crossing the state line right now.
That says a lot about our teams from Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. A lot about the kids.
I
Not-
thought
not
that was
the
an
teams
interesting
themselves.
topic that nobody's talking about really.
No.
Right.
Usually it's the Texas one out of state.
You want to get Q Washington on the line again,
I
Coach?
got two more, and then we can get
All right, cool. All right. Just ask. I mean,
two more topics to touch on.
Yes,
How about
sir.
your 2020 state champions? What are they looking like so far this season?
Which one?
Well, we got one of them not doing too good.
How about 1A state champion Oak Grove starting the season out 0-3? Your 2A state champion Manny Tigers, they're 2-1. Your 3A state champions Madison Prep rolling 3-0.
Yeah.
Your
Prep.
your 4A state champs Karen Crow Golden Bears surprising 1-2.
Too, right.
Your 5A state champs Acadiana 1-2.
1-2.
But
That's
But-
true. Yeah.
But look at the schedule they played.
Yeah.
We look back on their schedule. Catholic of Baton Rouge,
And then you
Karen
got-
Crow,
All-
LCA, Jesus.
All state championships from the past
But,
year.
but believe it or not, that schedule gonna help them when they come down the district.
Yeah,
most
it will.
Yeah.
Division 1. They got their title stripped, but we're still going to talk about them. Catholic of Baton Rouge is 2-0 right now. 2-0 or 3-0? One of the two.
Are they a
3-0.
true 3-0 team?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Well, they had to beat Acadiana.
Yeah.
They went to Maryland too and beat a
Yeah,
Top
they went to
10
Maryland
top
to
10
beat
team.
teams
That-
in Maryland.
Okay. Okay.
Your Division 2 state champ St. Thomas More 1-2.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Division 3 state champ LCA, no surprise here, 3-0.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Your Division 4 state champ Calvary Baptist 3-0, no surprise there.
Yeah,
Wait till you see
respect
who
that.
they play this week though.
Yeah.
Wait till you see who they play.
Is it on here?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Lord,
Okay.
Rumble should
My
be
last
3-0.
topic. My last topic, and then we can get that
think so?
caller in.
If they'd have won, they didn't have third.
How about your power rankings into week 4? Who's at top of each class right now? And I tell you what, 90% of these teams will not be at the top next week or in week 15.
Right.
1A, your number one ranked team in 1A is Slaughter Community Christian or whatever. Right now,
Yeah,
they're
I don't
2-0.
think they're gonna be there. Yeah.
2A, how about General Trash, baby? 3-0 for General Trash.
General Trust had a good team last year.
Yeah, they did.
Real
They,
good
they
team.
got a good team, but I don't think they're gonna be in there.
You're-
Where they
Nah.
from?
Up north, aren't they? General
I
Trust?
think so.
St. George.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up north somewhere.
How about Lutcher? Your 3A number one ranked team only play one game so far. They're 1-0.
Really?
Yeah.
That won't happen.
4,
That one may.
Yeah, 4A. I think we might see them down the road. They are Neville, 3-0.
Oh, yeah.
Neville's
Oh, yeah.
back to their
The
old group
University of Neville.
Yeah.
North
Back
Shore.
in the 80s, that's what it was.
North Shore is your 5A leader right now,
North Shore got a good team.
2-0. Division 1, no surprise, Catholic of Baton Rouge, 3-0.
Right.
Division 2, ULAB, 3-0. Division 3, LCA, 3-0. Division 4, Southern Lab, 1-1. That is your number one ranked teams heading into week 4. So just a little eye test there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's your power rankings for number 1. So I got the shout outs done. Also, shout out to Grace Photography and Videography and Ricky All Photography. Didn't want to miss them. Buck and Duck, Deaton's Cajun Kitchen, Bayou Prayer, Landscaping, all great shout outs there. We covered headlines, we covered shout outs, we covered win streaks, borders, state champions, power rankings, And that's what I have. Go. You have somebody on the line?
Yeah, I have. Hey, yes, sir. Everybody from this area remember this young man here, Coach Dexter Keith Washington, who I have to say is a very inspirational coach from Opelousas area. Coach Washington now, he's on the one of the offensive coordinators for the Hamilton Christian out of Lake Charles. Hello, Keith Washington.
Hello, Basil.
How you doing, man?
All right.
What's going on?
All right, you on the line with myself, and you have Keith Crozier, then you have Gary Swallow, and you have our lead over here on the other end of the table is Mr. Jordy Taylor.
Nice to meet
Hey
you, Coach.
guys, how you guys doing this evening?
Doing well, Coach.
Listen, I want to make one little correction. I don't think Don will realize it. I've been the last couple of years after the hurricane, we lost a lot. I ended up becoming the head coach of the football team.
Oh,
congratulations.
Congrats, man.
We'll correct that, Coach. Congratulations.
Yeah, well, this will be my last year of coaching football, period. Yeah, last year, a couple of years ago, our program had really lost a lot of numbers, and kids were leaving because we were down to like 14 or 15 kids. And, at that point in time, before school was getting ready to start, a couple of kids decided they would come over, and it gave us about 17 kids. So we had an offensive line, and we were going to make it work because we used to playing with such a small number of kids. But all of a sudden, a couple of days before school started, bam, here comes the hurricane. And, of course, everybody knows it was very, very devastating to our community.
Correct.
Our school suffered real bad damage in one building that we had to condemn. But my principal, Morgan Doherty, and school board superintendent Mike Fuqua, I was in Houston at the time, and we made a decision that we were going to do whatever it takes to get the school open because of fear that if we didn't open, that we may not have a school again. So fast forward, we were able to get a school. The kids were calling from all over, and they wanted to have a football season. I didn't know how. We didn't have lights in the city, and Calcasieu Parish gave everybody the right to go ahead and start practicing on September 21st. But at that time, there was no lights in the city, so it was like go outside in daylight, practice, and then come back. And eventually, we got the lights, and we started practice. We started out with about 20 kids, and all of a sudden, man, in our area, because so many schools were damaged, the displaced kids wanted to play football. And we may have picked up 15 kids here or there. We were able to put together a really, really good football group of kids that we didn't have. So it was a blessing and a curse for our football program. And we consequently went on, and here comes the next hurricane, I guess a week or two after we got ready. I forgot the name of it, but it came right after, what was it?
Wasn't it Delta?
Delta came and canceled that game. So we was back on the move again. And we were able to return back home. And then, we opened up with Oberlin, and, they beat us pretty bad. And at that time, we came back to work. A couple of more kids showed up. And because we were one of the very few teams in the city that was having football. And, we ended up being 4-2. Should have been 5-1, lost the game with the last play of the game, and made it to the playoffs. We were scheduled to go to Ouachita Christian, but of course the Varney COVID hit us. On the Wednesday, a kid tested positive, so we were forced to not go to the playoffs. So that ended the season abruptly. But through it all, the opportunity to have a season was big for us, and moving forward into the next year, even with the scare of Ida. A lot of those kids that were displaced remained at our school. So, some tremendous things begin to happen at Hamilton. As I'm just really getting back home, we had a middle school game, and we have 33 middle schoolers, and we hadn't had a middle school program in 12 years.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
What's your high school record right now, Coach?
We 1-1. Our first game was damaged by Ida. We were playing St. Thomas Aquinas out of Hamilton. And they ended up having to cancel. The first game, we went to Highland Baptist. We won that game pretty handily. Then following week, we stepped up. We played 2A Wells. But, of course, the Thursday night we played them was the torrential rainstorm when we was afraid of what the threat of whatever was in the Gulf at that time. And the other another tropical storm that was supposed to bring so much rain. But we ended up playing. We couldn't get the ball in our hand. We had about 7 fumbles. You know, it was a bad night for us, but it wasn't as bad for Wells. So they ended up winning 28-14. So right now we're 1-1. You know, everybody's settled in. You know, most people are at their home. The unfortunate thing is I'm the one who's not at home. I hadn't been to my house since August 25th of last year.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
You know, and we're getting close. And, you know, it's tough because you have to find places to live. And the good part about it, and you guys may remember his name, Sidney Sylvester's son, Brandon Thomas, went to Beauchesne, happens to live in Lake Charles on my staff. Well, his home got ready in December, so I've been actually living with him until my home get better. And, you know, here we are now, you know, we're getting ready to crank up and get ready for Bass Hill High on Friday night. But you know, things are coming together here in Lake Charles, man. It's been a tough thing. I've never been through what I've been through. It was definitely an experience. And they say hurricane in the Gulf, I'm packing up and I'm leaving.
I don't blame you, Coach. I don't blame you.
Okay. Well, Coach, tell us about Bass Hill. You think y'all can handle it?
Well, you know, Bass Hill, they run the beer. You know, make you laugh here, Donald. My defensive scheme, you know, I visit with Coach Dotrieve every year.
Yeah.
And it's a similar defensive scheme that he used against John Curtis the night that Opelousas upset John Curtis at down at Garden State.
Yeah.
And we got that type of personnel. We play man-to-man. We dare you to throw the ball. And we try to put more people in. And they run that veer. So, you know, it should be dry. We should be able to do some things. I feel real good about it. We've had 3 good days of practice. And the kids, we're going to try something new this week that'll kind of speed the game up. And I'm kind of excited to see how it comes out. So,
Well,
you know,
Coach-
we're looking forward to it.
Well, Coach, do you know that we're going to be covering that game Friday night?
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
We are going to be over
We'll
there.
We're
be
gonna
over
be
there
there.
live streaming the game. So if you want to let anyone know who can't make it to the game in your community, families wise, they can tune into this Facebook page and watch the game live for free.
Really? All right, guys. Well, y'all send me the link to Facebook, and I'm going to tell that to my fans that don't travel. And, you know, they'll be more than happy to watch, man. I'm thrilled and excited about that. That's big time. All right, Donald.
All right. Hey, all thing you got to do for that game, Coach, is send us a helmet.
Send y'all a helmet. I got that, man.
Yeah.
You get what? I got helmets, man. I'll make sure of that.
Hey, finest one, man. We starting a collection and we filling up, so we gotta get you in there.
I'll get y'all one of those Hamilton helmets, man. I tell you what, you know, it's always good talking to people back home, and
Oh, yeah, for sure.
you know, it reminds me of, you know, what your purpose is and why you do this. Tell you what, I got an email from one of the former students in the class of 2001, and they voted me as one of the most impactful people of their class, man. And I got to come down for homecoming at Opelousas, and man, I cried about that. You just never know what effect you have on kids. I know we're talking about sports, but through it all, man, you know, years ago, 20 years ago, it might have been you want to win, you want to win, you want to win. But, you know, today, man, it's like, what can I do to make the kids, the community, and everybody better, man? You know.
That's it.
So
We
it
agree.
has changed for me, and we might not ever win a championship. And if I don't, as long as I have kids being successful, I can go to sleep at night and I feel like I did what the Lord called me to do.
That's it.
That is awesome, Coach. And you know what? That's so exciting. You know, whenever you see kids that you work with be successful, that's what it's all about. That's what I know in my business. I'm a martial arts instructor, but whenever I see my students continue to get better and be successful, that's more prideful for me. And I know Sidney Sylvester very well.
Yeah, that's my buddy, man. Me and Cindy grew up together. And you know, Donald had mentioned earlier, I just saw the new email that came out about the select championships.
Right.
And you know, I've always had mixed because I've never been for the division. I just feel like I'm from Opelousas, man. We line up with anybody.
Yes,
Look,
sir.
it
That's
doesn't
it.
matter.
That's
You know what I'm
it.
saying?
You're right.
You know, let's go. Win or lose, we get ready to line up. We always used to tell them, we might not win the game, we're gonna win the war. Ain't no doubt about that. You know, and you know, to be a champion, you just have to beat everybody. And you know, I say it's not what I'm accustomed to, but I learned to follow rules and regulations, and we'll live by it. I think it becomes more about finances,
Right.
the split. These teams that are going to play at these other venues, they're going to sell all their tickets. The money is theirs. The LHSA doesn't have control over it.
Right.
And when you look at it from a private school sector, we have to always find ways and means to make money, and all the money, because we don't have a real school board like the parish school board, that if you fall short, then the school board can kick in money. We don't have that. So we basically, just like a store, we're self-supporting. Keep your customers happy and try to stay in the black. And, you know, a guy and I was talking about it today. If a private school doesn't have successful athletics and not generating extra funds, chances are they're not going to stay open long. You know, we self-supporting. So, you know, I understand that part, but it's still like, I still want, you know, I also coach basketball, so Arcadia beat me twice in the quarterfinal, and I've been begging this guy. I just can't go to bed unless I get a chance to play him one more time, and we in split divisions, you know.
That's right.
So, yeah.
But Coach, look, with basketball season come around, Keith Crozier and I, we're gonna be covering basketball, so we sure will be contacting you, Coach.
Oh yeah, definitely, Coach.
Oh yeah, I got some major events in basketball coming up. I think you guys will really be interested in being involved with. You know, I'm aging a little bit, but my heart is still young. I still feel like, you know, my daddy kept going till he died on his job. I feel like that's the way I have to do it, and I'm gonna go until I can't go anymore, man. Because truly, and Donald know this based on his previous work experience, man. If we don't get out here and show them a better way, there is no other way.
That's it.
You're right. I agree with you on that, Coach.
You know?
Coach, I'm gonna
So-
catch you. I'm gonna catch you in pregame Friday night. I'm gonna come holler at you then, Coach.
Okay, that sounds like a winner, guys.
All right, Coach, you have a blessed one. Good luck Friday, Coach.
Best of luck Friday with you.
I appreciate it. God bless.
All right, Godspeed.
All right, okay, bye-bye.
All right. That was Keith Washington, Coach.
Keith Washington from Hamilton Christian. Should be a outstanding football game Friday night at Hanson Field at Basile, Louisiana.
Take it from me. He will have them ready, Jordan.
Okay, let's jump into these games real quick, and then I'm gonna get Taylor on the line. Sounds good with y'all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Taylor, I hope you ain't going to bed anytime soon,
We got a lot to pick, Bubba.
because I got 46 games right in front of me, and they are some good ones. We're gonna have some
Man.
quick picks, and then towards the end, it's gonna
We'll
get groovy, baby.
Right.
All right.
How about we start off with some Thursday night football from under the lights? If we haven't mentioned already, Thursday night we're going to Kinder, Louisiana. No.
No.
We're going to Catholic of Point Capee to New Roads, Louisiana,
New Roads.
to cover these two teams here.
Right here and here.
Right, set in front in the middle. They get to meet each other. It should be fun football there in New Roads. All right, 2-1 Iota at 0-3 Jennings. Before you make your picks, I want to say something. Throw the records out and look at the teams here. If you didn't see the records, you would say, "Damn, that's a good game."
Right.
Man, that's a hard one to pick. And then I'll put the records in front of you, and it's like,
What?
man, what is going on in Jennings?
I have no idea.
Iota's the truth.
Right.
What is going on with Jennings? Are we all going
Jennings?
Iota here, fellas?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
am.
order.
Oh, there's Chris. Chris has made it to the chat.
Yeah, I see him.
Iota.
Miss Cookie or Holly? Or one of y'all writing down, or I need to write down?
She
Okay,
got
she
it.
got it. She
Okay,
got it.
4 across the board for Iota. Well, Catholic of New Iberia
Catholic.
at 1-1 Delcom. I say Catholic of New Iberia
Yes,
big.
same here,
Yeah,
bro.
I think they're gonna blow them out.
This is another surprise.
About 1-2 Bar at 1-2 Southside. Interesting game here for the Sharks and the Bucks. I don't really have a feel on both teams at the moment, but I'm gonna have to lead with what I think's gonna happen here. Give me Barb.
Same here, bro.
I'm going Southside
I'm going Barb.
at home.
Southside.
I'm going
So we're gonna
Southside.
have our first split of the night. I love to see splits on this table. It makes our show that much more interesting, and it makes our job much more fun, right, fellas?
You're right.
Sure.
Oh,
Oh,
Bragging rights.
Mindy's in it.
Mindy said Southside. I got you.
we'll see. We'll see.
Mindy's family's all football, all the Barusas. So guess
Oh,
what?
let's go.
Yeah.
Ready to Coach
Yeah.
Barus then.
Oh yeah, that's his daughter.
Oh, okay. We know Coach Barus well.
Oh,
though.
yes, we do.
Oh man, they had Mac.
Mac, the son.
Mac.
Yeah, Mac's
Son.
the son. Yeah. This is his
Mac was
sister.
at
Oh,
old
okay.
chess in the 80s, man.
Yeah.
85,
Then he went to
86.
Karen Crow and took Karen Crow to the top.
Yep.
That's his sister.
Oh, okay.
Okay, tell me, say hello.
How about the Blue Gators of Ascension Episcopal at 0-3 Generette? Can Generette get it turned around this
Not-
week,
not
or is the
this
Blue
week.
Gators too strong?
Blue
Gators
Gators
too strong.
Blue Gators are too strong.
Full
Not
across
this
the
week.
board for Ascension Episcopal. Not Mac Daughters, Franks.
Oh, Franks. Oh, okay.
Not Max though. Yeah, right. The old man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
How about
old man Coach Barus.
0-3 Lagrange at 3-0 Iowa?
Iowa's
Iowa
unbeatable right now.
is a contender in 3A. They're
That's-
going to 4-0, right?
Yeah, they're going
Yes,
for
they are.
Iowa. Yes, most definitely.
I'm
Yeah, Iowa. I'm going
Across
Iowa
the
on
board
this.
for Ascension Episcopal, across the board for Iowa. Good picks down there.
That's right.
I'm staying on your toes.
All right.
Oh man, you're gonna
This
have
one.
some. You're gonna have some feelings in this one.
Ah,
You're gonna have some people that are mad at this one.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Sorry.
1-2 Kinder at 2-1 Catholic Appointed P. Donald,
I'm going with my brother, Catholic Perkin P.
Right.
Keith,
The Catholic appointed P.
Gary.
Point to be.
It's gonna be 4 across the board.
Oh no, huh?
Catholic Appointed P
Okay.
They just got it.
at home.
Kinder lost a lot of
Yeah.
players.
Smash
Yeah,
Mouth
last
football.
Kender's got a good team, but they just lost too many players.
I hope
for
it's. I
Catholic
hope it's
appointed.
competitive.
I do too because
I want
it's
to
gonna
see
be
a
real
damn good game. I want to see a
Right.
damn good game tomorrow night.
Chris says Kinder.
Chris hasn't been right many. Chris hasn't been wrong many times.
No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't.
Cookie.
All right. That's awesome. I'll tell you what. I'd like to see Kinder. And
would
I think
too.
it's going to be a tough game. But once the Catholic Appointed can be with that spread, I think it's just going to wear them out.
Yeah, they come
They
right
just-
at you
they come-
all
yeah.
night.
It's just coming at
I mean,
you.
they both similar offenses.
Right,
Though.
exactly.
So who
But
wins the trenches? I think it's
I
Point
think it's
to
going
be.
to be.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's Catholic.
Friday night football from under the lights. Let's go. Uh-oh. Sam said upset city. I know who he's going with.
Bill Platt.
Uh-oh.
Kinder.
Oh,
Oh, he's going Kinder.
Oh, okay.
0-2 Central Catholic at 0-3 Ville Platte. So who gets their first win in this one?
Central Catholic.
Central Catholic down there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Central Catholic.
I'm kind of going towards them too. Ville Platte's not doing very well at all.
It's
They
going to be
lost a
4
lot
across
from
the
last
board,
year.
fellas. Give me Central Catholic.
Right.
Cool.
This next one's going to be.
Hello.
All right.
Hello,
Well,
Wildcats.
Here we go. Here we go.
You're going to travel
If I
to
told
White Castle.
if I told you White Castle was in a state championship game and won a couple years ago, and I told you they started off the season 0-3, would you believe me?
No.
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 Okay, that's the cards we are dealt this week. It's going to be 0-3 Livonia, hitting the road, traveling down to White Castle to an 0-3 White Castle. Even though it's an 0-3 matchup, I think White Castle is the better football team.
Yep.
I was going to say
And
the same
you
thing.
could throw out 4A, 1A right here. I think White Castle's the better football team.
Yeah.
Y'all think so?
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah, I'm
Livonia's
rolling-
been having
I'm
struggle.
on,
They've been struggling
White
scoring.
Castle on this one.
And
Yeah, keep-
as far as
I'm
holding
on,
people, they can't. Their
White
defense is
Castle.
not that good.
Oh, yeah.
It seems this year.
What you said, Don?
I'm going with White Castle on this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good pick,
Yeah,
good pick.
White Castle across the board, man.
Oh, it's up already, Gary? They're up already?
Yeah.
Hello, Holly. Here we go. 0-3 Port Barry. At 1-2 Mamu. Last week, Mamu almost took down Beauchamp.
Can Popeberry get their first win?
They had Mamu though.
They're
They're
at
playing
Mamu,
Yes.
and Mamu put up 34 last week.
That's what I'm about to say.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I might have to roll with Mamu on this
Yeah,
one.
Mamu.
Man, as much as I hate
don't
to
want
say
to do
this,
it, but I did it.
I want Fort Barry to get their first win. They've had a lot of injuries, everything like that. And Mamu's put up some points against Beauchamp.
They did.
I'm sorry. I
gotta respect their
gotta
offense.
respect their offense. I'm
Yeah.
going with Mamu.
Gary?
Sorry. Makes me cry, but I'm sorry.
I didn't pick Port Barry last
I ain't
week.
gonna lie because the OHS pick coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, I know.
I did not pick Port Barry last week, right?
Correct.
And it hurt everything in me to not pick them.
I know.
I waited for the backlash all week. I didn't get any.
You know, I mean, sorry. There wasn't no backlash that could be got.
Right. Here's my thoughts. You might see a finally healthy Port Barry football team for the first time. And here's my other thoughts. You ain't got many winnable games down the road in district.
No.
Right.
They're
you're
gonna
right.
play. They're gonna play inspired because they have actually a even teams here playing on the field.
And unfortunately, this if they will win this game, Popeberry, speaking of, they don't give many power punch from it to help them
Right.
down the line.
Yeah.
Give me Port Barry on the road.
Jordan.
They're gonna play inspired
Jordan. But
because
Jordan, if they
look at
put
their
up-
district.
Okay.
That whenever they play a team like Mamu, where they know they can play 4 quarters with them,
Right.
they're gonna give them hell.
But
Well-
they put up 34 points on Beauchamp.
Will they put up 34 this week?
That's the key.
We'll find out Friday night.
All right, bro. Let's roll.
The key on this is my heart goes with Port Barry.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
My brain goes with Mamu.
Hey, I got people
I mean,
in
does
the
that
I
make
got
sense?
Yeah, it does.
I got
It does.
people in the chat picking Port Barry this week.
Man, I hope y'all right, but I gotta go with the other one. I'm sorry, I just got to
It's
just
always
thinking
been
about it.
a good game between
Right.
Port Barry and Mamu.
Yeah.
The
just
thing
like
about
Port Barry-
this
Port
is
Barry
that
and
you
OC,
got Devils
you know?
versus
Yeah.
Demons, guys. I mean, you got the Port Barry Red Devils against the Mamu Green Demons, and
Better
it's
hell.
always been a good game. But right now, my Port's struggling. My Red Devils are struggling right now.
For right now.
I think they'll be inspired. I hope they
I
win.
hope they are. I hope they win.
I know Kenneth Manuel says
I will officially.
Mamu.
I will.
Of course.
I will officially say I hope Port Barry wins, but I gotta pick Mamu.
all right, Mr. Donald
Yes, sir.
just got off the phone with the head coach.
I feel Hamilton Christian gonna take it.
I got one of the coaches in the chat right now
Uh-huh.
for Basil.
Okay.
It is 1-1 Hamilton Christian at 0-3 Basil.
Me and you.
Keith.
We got some
Keith.
news last night.
Throw the record away for Basil, right?
Yeah.
These
That-
guys are getting some key players back
Yes,
this
they
week.
are. Yes, they are.
Who they lost to, Jordan?
They lost to
Bad
Sacred Heart, which is 3-0.
Uh-huh.
COVID.
Go over there, lost the game.
Over
Yeah.
there, lost the game.
Yeah.
And they lost to, what's that team called?
Welsh.
Well,
No.
No.
That was Kendrick Welsh. Who went to? Who was it, Sam?
Jeez, I should know this.
Sam, let us know.
Sacred Heart and St. Ed's.
Saying that.
Two 3-0 teams they lost to.
Right.
Plus a COVID loss.
Yeah, but I'm still going with Hamilton.
I don't
on this
know.
one. I just got a gut feeling.
That
on
that's
this one,
gonna be
Jordan.
hard.
Basilio.
Give me Basil at home.
Golly Jesus,
Give me
that's
give me
hard.
Hamilton by 10 on the road. That's why I'm calling. That's why I'm going with Jordan. Garrett. Hamilton by 10.
I gotta go Basil. I think they're getting a lot of their guys that were out,
Uh-huh.
and they play good, inspired ball at home. So
Okay.
I gotta give them a little edge at home.
I understand, bro. No problem.
Hello, Gabe Fontenot. Hello, Horace Edwards. Hello, Sam Bacon.
Whoa, man, here we go.
Next matchup will be 1-2 Gaydon at 1-2 Oberlin. I think Oberlin is down this year.
Right.
Hey, dog.
I'm gonna have to toss up because there's two teams I don't know too much
Flippy
about.
Kern.
At all.
But I think they're the better team in this one.
Who's
Gaydon.
that, Jordan?
I think Oberlin is the better team in this one. but I think it's going to be a full quarter football game.
Correct.
Last year's Oberlin team wins this one by 50. This
Yeah,
year's
easily.
this year's Oberlin team wins this one by 7.
Oh,
Right.
I'm gonna go with Gaydon.
I'm gonna ride Oberlin on this one.
I'm going Oberlin. I am going to go Oberlin on this one.
There's
Because they're
the
at
man.
home. I think they're being at home is going to give them that little
Me and Blake
edge.
Smith gonna go for Gaydon. That's just the way it is.
Donald, you
Hey,
said
but that's all it is.
You
That's
said
all
Oberlin?
it is.
Say Oberlin.
Because
Okay.
you know, every one of them, you flip a coin.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Now, this one's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, how about 1 and 2 Northwest? Say it, Gary.
Northwest. That's right. Wow.
No.
What?
You know what?
No, what's that NFL team?
The
Oh,
Raiders.
the Raiders. Yeah, you got
The
it.
Raiders.
The Raiders. All right.
You know,
Northwest
I-
Raiders.
If this
1 and
was-
2 Eunice Bobcats.
Bobcats.
Homecoming for Eunice. What y'all think?
If this was Eunice team of last year, I'd be concerned. But I spoke to a couple of my AU players that played for Eunice High School, and it's kind of early to have that type of mentality. But I been told they're just trying to survive.
There goes Alex. There's Alex in the chat.
So I'm going with yeah. There you go.
The Raiders,
I'm going with
I'm going with the Raiders.
I'm going with the Raiders. Yes, Alex.
got a
you
feeling
know,
that Northwest
Alex
gonna
falling
do
like
that,
a
man.
son
I
to
really
us.
do.
Yes, Alex.
I'm going Northwest too.
Or,
Yeah.
What it was up to him over there. The
give
street
me
right here.
give me Northwest on the road,
Uh-huh.
but I think Eunice is going to play Inspire for homecoming, but I just don't think it's going to be enough in the end.
No.
Right.
The
But-
next
I
game.
think Northwest's speed's gonna
Yeah.
Yeah.
run them down.
And if they kind of do a 2-quarterback deal, it's gonna be trouble.
Fellas, let's talk Acadiana Wrecking Rams.
Uh-oh, they're going against Sulphur.
1 and 2 in the year. Coming into town is 1 and 2 Sulphur.
We got a big fight.
It is a bad week to be Sulphur.
You're right.
Because
you are.
Acadiana
right.
is pissed off. They got a bad taste in their mouth. They might get their offense rolling this week.
Oh,
If they don't, they never will
No.
this season. But I think they get it rolling this week
Acadiana.
because they got a bad taste in their mouth.
KN about 20.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I
Donald?
think Acadiana's gonna roll.
We did Eunice. I was getting my phone back online. So
we're talking about-
Northwest. We did Northwest, right? I'm going
Yeah.
with Northwest. And I'm sorry, I'm a little behind. Sulphur and ooh,
So
Lord.
we said
We there, that's Sulphur. You're right.
we said they got a bad taste in their mouth. It's a bad week to be Sulphur because I think Acadiana gets their offense rolling this week. If they don't get it going this week,
It ain't gonna
they're not
happen.
gonna happen.
Acadiana fellows, quote me on this, by 28 over Sulphur.
I like it.
I go
We
21.
said 20.
I like it.
That's good.
Oh, y'all did. Yeah, I was
Right.
I got Acadiana on this one by 28.
I hope they get the offense back rolling this
Rolling.
week.
Yeah.
Because it's a confidence game.
Yep.
Right.
How about? I got you. How about Taylor Bolton and the Acadiana Christian homeschool football team
Oh.
dropped 52 last
saw
week.
that. Are they for real?
Yes.
Man,
Hey,
they are.
Let me
a
tell you
real
something.
Ball club.
This team
Okay.
could beat some public schools out there right now.
Easily.
Easily.
Right
I'm
now.
gonna tell you right now. I'll put money on. That's how much I was impressed with these boys.
Probably some private schools too.
3-1. Acadiana Christian homeschool will hit the road. They're heading to Texas to take on
Are they
Evadale.
just 8 players at a time?
No, it's 12. It's 11.
Evadale,
Yeah.
Evadale. You like Acadiana Christian on the road?
Yes.
Yes, most definitely.
About 28.
28.
Yes. They're gonna.
Who's going to
roll.
stop Douglas Guy this week?
Man, I'm gonna tell you. I have no idea, but it's like give it to him or throw it to him or whatever. I mean, it's just oh my God, it was just unbelievable to watch these guys.
You like Texas or you like the homeschool in Acadiana, Donald?
Homeschool. I'm gonna do homeschool.
You the man, go with it.
Hey,
Full cross.
full-
What part
across
of
the-
Texas? What part of Texas they playing in?
Evendale, Evandale,
I'm not sure where it's at.
Okay.
Evandale, something like that.
We're going to have to hit one of the coaches on here in a minute.
Yeah, but give me them on the road. Oh, Chris said, give me Texas.
Oh! Yeah, I'm looking at him right now. I'm looking at him.
Chris!
Good. Oh my
You
God.
seen these
No,
guys
Chris
play?
asked me, no, he said Everdale. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Texas.
That's
That's
Texas.
okay.
All
It's all
right.
good.
Next game up, we gave our helmet sticker to this team at the Friday night recap show
Right.
because they made a little history last week.
Okay.
How about Pine Prairie starting off the season 3-0? Are you a believer?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't say yes. I can't. I need
come
to
on,
see him
man.
in district. I need to see him in district.
Okay, okay.
guys.
Yeah, I see-
Evandale was in Beaumont, Donald.
Oh, okay. Oh, cookie. We
0-2 block at 3-0 Pine Prairie.
Wasn't Block in the playoffs last year?
Yeah, 1-8. Everybody
1-8.
makes it.
Oh, yeah.
Give me Pine Prairie at home. The offense stays rolling. It's gonna be a big win.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
think
going
so.
to Pine Prairie on this one.
Donald, you said let me hear about. Let me see them in district.
Yeah, I want to see him in district.
Well, guess
Jordan.
what? Where they at? Northwest down there, and Pine Prairie. In a couple weeks, we got that game covered.
Okay, all right then.
So you're gonna get to see them on the big screen.
Got you,
That's
man.
right.
So give me the Panthers at home. Orange and Black making a comeback.
That's
That's
it, man.
right.
They all over Facebook.
0-3 Maryville at 3-0 Grand Lake. Grand Lake big, right?
Yeah.
Oh, big.
Very big and ugly.
Yeah.
Nobody gonna stop Granny right now.
Church Point either.
Yeah.
2-1. Oh no, that's a misprint. That is a misprint.
Should be 1 and 2.
It should be 0-3 Marksville
Oh.
at 3-0 Church Point, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, Church Point.
Church
all the
Point,
way.
Church Point,
the Battling
big.
Bears roll.
Oh, yeah.
Big.
Over Marksville. Oh, most definitely. Yes.
28 at home.
How about
Church
2-1 Lake Arthur at 1-2 DeQuincy? Give me
They gone from this
Lake
go
Arthur
with them.
on the road.
I think Lake Arthur gonna do it, man.
Lake Arthur all the way across.
I like Lake Arthur. Lake Arthur got a good coach over there.
Yeah.
You know the coach over there, Donald?
one. Yeah, they good. I know the assistant coach. The assistant
Yeah.
coach. He
Oh,
coached
we
the,
inching closer.
We getting
They're
there.
getting closer
Closer.
to the big matchup.
Oh, man. You can pass that one.
0-3 North Vermilion at 2-1 ERAB. Give me
ERAB.
ERAB because of what
Yeah,
happened
always.
last week.
Most definitely.
Erath.
Most definitely.
E-Rats guys on my end.
Hey, we're seeing a lot of 4 across the board right now, ladies and gentlemen. But I
Wait,
promise
wait.
you, when we get to the end,
It won't be that way.
It won't be that way. So just stick with us. Enjoy the show. Thank everyone for tuning in. Hit the like, hit the share, comment your picks in the comment section. All right.
Rain.
0-3 Rain
Weird.
at 2-1 Kaplan. They took down the Raiders last week. That's enough for me to see.
Kaplan.
Give me Kaplan.
All right, I'm
going
with you.
Kaplan.
Kaplan, everybody?
Donald.
Yeah,
Right.
Kaplan too, but
All right. Here we go.
Donald.
Take a deep breath, guys.
wow. You know what? I just want everybody to make it back healthy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Chris, I want to know. Well, Chris said it doesn't matter if they playing the Saints or the
Oh, he said the
Patriots.
Patriots. The Patriots. The
It
Patriots.
don't matter if they playing the Patriots. He's picking them.
That's right.
Okay. Here we go.
I just want everybody to come back healthy.
1-2 Opelousas High.
Man, I
The
don't
Tigers.
wanna do this, but I might have to.
Sorry, I got to do it.
It's gonna be
Oh, I know you.
at Santa Mont. 2-0 Santa Mont. This game will be played on a Saturday, Mr. Donald.
Oh my Tigers.
Donald, we're gonna start off with you, Mr. Donald.
Tigers. Coach Zach, why you made that schedule? You're hurting my heart, Zach. You hurt my heart. I'm going with the Tigers.
I knew he was going to do it.
Hey,
I knew he was going to do it.
remember Saturday.
It's Saturday, yes.
Saturday game, huh?
Tigers.
You going to Tigers, dude?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Santa Mont.
Gators.
Santa Mont.
Give me the Gators. At home, guess what they said? They're nominated as one of the best student section in the state of Louisiana.
I heard that,
I
yes.
heard
At
that
Santa
too.
Mont.
Yeah, I heard that.
That place is gonna be rocking on a Saturday.
Yeah.
One of
will
my
be.
good friends graduated from Santa Mont, and he's big up with, and I'll tell you what.
I know,
Yeah,
Chris.
he
I
lets
see
them
that little
know.
tiger. We just need to come back home healthy. I'm sorry. Gary. I'm sorry, Gary.
All right, next game up, 2-1 Welsh at 0-3 Pickering.
Welsh.
Welsh.
Welsh got a good team. I'm
Welsh
sorry.
does have a good team. They're back. They're back this year.
They are.
They've
got
been
real
down a
good
couple
team.
years, but I think they're back.
Yeah, I think they're doing well.
They had a good game against Kaplan. It was
Yeah.
a good game.
Well, they lost that
Or Kinder.
squeaker and Kinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But ever since then, they've been coming back. So it's all. I think they're gonna.
Mr.
get it.
Donald,
Yes, sir.
Northside let us down last week.
Yes, they did. And the table was a close
Welsh is
game.
a Thursday night game, by the way, guys.
Uh-huh.
I
Oh,
was
Welsh is?
yelling
Okay.
Welsh.
Okay, we'll
Oh, Welsh?
update that on our schedule. So give us
they moved
Welsh
it.
across the
Okay.
board.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Northside let us down last week, Donald.
Yeah, they did.
You picking them again this week?
No, I have to
Okay.
go with Abbeville.
Okay.
Abbeville has showed us that they for real.
3-0 Abbeville at 0-3 Northside. Give me Abbeville big.
Yes.
Now Abbeville is 3-8, Jordan.
3-8.
3-8, yeah. This one, oh my gosh.
It's gonna be ugly.
We across the board?
Yeah.
All right, Abbeville across the board. They got my helmet sticker the other night also, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
they did. Yeah.
How about your next matchup? The Blue Jays of St. Edmund in Eunice, Louisiana.
They going to the
They're
Big
going up north. They're going to the Big E. When they walk into that stadium, they're going to see history all around them.
Oh yes. They
Because
will.
they got banners
And
all
boards, yeah.
over Evangel, right?
Right?
Okay. 3-0 St. Ed's at 0-3 Evangel. Yes, I said 0-3 Evangel.
Man.
Do you take the records out here and say, but it's Evangel? St. Ed's got to play Evangel.
Don't matter.
Evangel. Give me the Blue Jays
Jays.
by
I'm-
28.
I'm going Blue Jays.
Blue Jays.
Blue Jays big.
I'm going Blue Jays by 14.
14?
Yeah.
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 That's
Good,
good.
good,
Sounds
good.
about right.
But I
They'll
think
be 28,
yeah.
but they'll probably
Yeah.
go a little low.
Yeah.
This next one's gonna be a good one.
About
Yeah.
2-1 Opelousas Catholic at 1-2 Vinton. Great matchup here. The game has moved to Sulphur High School. They said Vinton's high school stadium is not ready yet.
Right.
So this game has been moved. And
Neutral.
oh, it's eating time.
Epson said OC.
Espen never says OC.
No. That's bad words in there.
Because Daddy says Vinton wins this football game.
That's gonna be close, but I
going
gotta
with
give
OC.
the edge with
All
OC.
right,
I
OC.
think I'm gonna go with OC.
OC by 7, Jordan.
That's a good number.
I go by 3. Just get it a
Go
little
by
close.
3?
Yeah.
Ooh, this next one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
OC, I got OC by 7.
We only wear purple on Saturdays, Donald.
Huh?
We only wear purple on Saturdays.
All right.
Next matchup, 2-1 St. Mary at 2-1 Oakdale.
Now-
Oakdale got us all fooled last week. We all went Oberlin, and they hung 48 up on them.
Yeah.
All right,
No.
that's what I was getting ready to say.
Oakdale, St. Mary's. Who y'all like?
At home, I'm gonna go Oakdale, dude.
Yeah, I have to go with a home field.
After that performance they did last week, I mean, I'm like, okay, I gotta
Yeah, I
go.
gotta go with home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going Oakdale too, guys.
I got to go Oakdale myself. Right now, I believe in them. Will they let me
Right.
down this week? That will
That would-
I
dictate
don't
my
think so.
future picks.
I don't think so.
Right.
That will dictate my next week's pick, huh?
You're right. You're right.
Chris said I picked Oakdale next week. Y'all fools should have
Last week.
listened.
Uh-huh.
And Chris in the chat's been a great follower this season of the show. We'll
Yeah.
see him next week, right?
Most
Sir.
definitely, yeah.
Next week on the panel.
He's coming in to meet us.
Yeah, come on. Do it live.
3-0 Lafayette Christian Academy.
Cakewalk.
I say Lafayette Christian Academy.
It's a
University.
bad
It
week for
is-
St. Helena
Donald-
to play against him.
Me and Gary has a little nickname for LCA.
What's that, bro?
The University of Lafayette Christian Academy.
I know that's right. I'm going with LC. I'm going with the university.
The University
of LCA. Looking for that
Against-
5 feet, man.
0-1 St. Helena. Give me LCA.
It's gonna be ugly.
It's gonna be
Jordan.
ugly.
Ugly.
I see
LCA
LCA by
versus the Huskies.
LCA
That's
by
LCA versus the
28.
Huskies.
Right.
I hope Corey ain't watching because that would be
That'd be interesting.
that'd be interesting.
LCA by 28.
28 or more.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd
more,
say,
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's gonna be way more than that.
Yeah.
You know what I think is another route? I think this next one is another
Yeah,
route.
I do too.
Yeah.
2-1 Cecilia at 1-2 Crawley. I think this one's a route, and they could touch 50 if they want to this
Right.
week.
I think
Cecilia for
Cecilia
sure.
for
Cecilia.
That ground attack for Cecilia is
Yeah.
so good, man. I'm going with Cecilia on this.
You gotta go Patterson.
How about
too, man.
3-0 Patterson at 1-1? A meet, like I said earlier, when records don't define teams. You got a 3-0 team here versus a 1-1. Usually you lean towards the 3-0. It's like, oh, they're undefeated. And then you look at the team names. Oh, that's a meet.
Yeah. But it's
So,
not.
are you comfortable enough to say I'm going with the 3-0? Are you comfortable enough to say I'm going with a meet because they are loaded?
Amy,
No,
don't let that record fool you,
Hell
guys.
no.
I'm going with Patterson.
And me
Well,
gonna be the team.
I got to go with Patterson though. Patterson's
be
rolling
me,
right
guys.
now.
A Mead at home, you witnessed that playoff game with Port Barrett.
Sure did. Yes.
Hey, they're gonna have fireworks going off left and right over there. Give me
Right.
A Mead. Split. Yeah, we like the Warriors, baby.
Well, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I
Oh,
think
it's
I think it's gonna be a decent game, but I think
Okay,
Patterson
so
will be
0-10.
rolling.
Scott, we
Mix
with
and
you.
meat.
Well, Jordan and I, Scott, we got to meet over Patterson too.
I went Livonia over A Mead a couple years ago when they played in the state championship game. Remember
Right,
that?
I remember that. Yeah.
Next matchup, we got Scott in the chat right now. 2-1 Lafayette, big program win last week, double overtime over Karen Crow.
And they're gonna do it again.
And they go,
At
they
they
will.
gonna-
1-2 Como.
They,
Gonna
they,
carry
they,
it
they
over
gonna
again.
take overtime though. I think they're
Oh
gonna
no,
they're gonna be running.
You're just gonna take the regulation game.
So
It's gonna
so
get
here's my
ugly
question:
fast.
was that their state championship game last week, or do they have a hiccup this week and they slip up?
Nah, they're gonna take,
I don't
they're gonna
see
take
it.
it again. They're gonna pull it off.
I don't see it. I think Lafayette's gonna keep rolling.
I think Coach Figueroa
Wait
got
till
his
district
team
starts,
turning
then
the
they might
corner,
have some problems, but
and
not
they're
right
going
now.
down the
Yeah.
right road.
I like the Lions myself, and with Acadiana struggling on offense, look forward to watching that game week 10.
That's
There's a
a
possibility.
possibility.
I
Yeah.
look forward to watching that one. All right, next match up.
Oh.
3-0 Madison Prep at 1-2 West Feliciana.
Madison.
I covered this game last year. I went to Madison Prep and filmed Madison Prep in West Feliciana, and that was a route. Guess what? It's gonna be another route Friday night.
Yeah. Madison
Give me
Prep.
Madison Prep.
Yep. All the
That
way
was
across.
my first time seeing Madison Prep in person. Very impressed.
I was
I got
going to say,
Madison
were you
Prep.
impressed? You were like, oh my gosh. All right.
3-0 Lorville at 1-1 Franklin. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tigers are for real in 2A, and they're gonna win big
Lorville.
against Franklin.
Oh yeah,
Lorville.
Lorville.
Big time.
You like Franklin? Down there?
Lordville on my end.
Oh yeah, I know that's right.
Okay.
Alrighty, 1-0 mentality versus home field advantage. Westminster's 3-0, 1-1 Ascension Christian. Ascension Christian, really good football team, runs the triple option. Can Westminster hold up for 4 quarters against a really good football team?
And
The
I say
answer
yes,
is yours.
Yes. Because of the fact we saw last week, Westminster was able to stop Hanson Memorial. Hanson had speed on top of speed. They had a passing game, and they had an offensive line that would open up holes. But when those guys got to inside the 10-yard line, Westminster clamped it down with their defense.
Love to see
And
that.
that was 3 times. Westminster defense clamped it down the goal line. Had a goal line stands. I'm going with WCL on this one.
Yeah, same
Yeah,
here.
me too.
Give me WCA, give me 1-0, and give me
1-0.
the
One.
Crusaders,
That's
baby.
Raiders.
All
Now,
right.
these games coming up are very, very tight, man.
How about 3-0 Beauchamp at 3-0 Grant?
I
Donald,
think-
here's my question for you.
Okay.
We spoke on it already.
Mm-hmm.
We said they haven't been tested yet this year.
Yeah.
They're gonna get tested this week.
Well, Miss Cook is in the audience taking a deep breath in this one because her and I had a conversation with Coach Marcus Lewis this past week, and he
Talk to
said-
me.
He said
Talk to
that
me.
his Gators for real. I said, yeah, they're for real until they meet up with OHS.
Oh.
Yeah. I say to Phaedra, yes, Miss Phaedra Lamel.
Week 10.
and Naya, but I'm going with Grant this week. I don't think this is gonna be do or die for the Gators, and I think Greg will be a little bit too much.
Keith?
I'm going with Beauchamp.
Beauchamp? Gary?
Man, I want to go with Beauchamp, but I gotta go with Grant. I think Grant's gonna be at home. I think it's gonna be the first real test for the Beauchamp Gators, and I think Grant's a good football team.
Yeah, I
they
think
are.
we agreed there. I think Grant at home, if you told me this game was at Beauchamp,
I'd go the other way.
I would have flipped this one. But I like Grant at home, and
But y'all understand that Mamu of all people hung 34 points on Beauchamp last week.
Well, right. That's what.
Yeah.
That's what.
So y'all telling me that Bolshevik defense is rising to the occasion. Will stop Grant?
Hey, we can very well be talking about Beauchamp Friday night and saying, "Oh, how wrong we were." I hope that's the
well, I
case.
hope
That's
We
the
could
case.
be, we could be.
I
I
want to
hope-
see them successful.
I hope that's the case
They've been
Friday night.
unsuccessful for a very long time.
Yeah,
I wanna see them
we wanna
lose.
see them do it.
Huh?
But now,
I want to see them lose, Gary.
you want to see them lose? I'm sorry.
Just.
I know. I see.
All right, okay. This is the bad boy
But I,
of
still
Paris
think, I
right
think
here.
Grant's gonna win. I think Grant's gonna
I
pull it
hear
out.
you. Yeah, I think Grant. I think no disrespect to Beauchamp, but Grant have very explosive offense, and I really think Grant will take
I haven't
it.
heard anything from them.
Hey,
Yeah.
how about a battle of 3-0s, baby? Let's get this one kicked off right now. Sacred Heart, Rose Pond, 3-0 versus 3-0. Donald, don't get up and leave. You gotta make this pick. You gotta make this pick.
Make Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart, Jordan.
Rose Pond
No, man.
At home.
Where you going with that?
Rose Pine.
at
I
home.
told y'all don't underestimate Sacred Heart.
Rose
Those guys have
I'm
heart. and
going
they
with
have
Rose
that.
Pine too.
Oh no, Gary, man, you just
Sorry,
broke
I know,
friendship.
brother, but
You
it's
broke
just
friendship.
Rose Pine is a good ball club.
We've
man.
been friends for 20 years, Gary. We just broke.
Hey, we still friends, bro.
No.
Let's amp up the adrenaline.
Hey, I still love you, man.
Let's amp up the adrenaline here. Get excited because
Here we go.
it
What we got?
is time for Holly Revere to make her appearance. Come
Uh-oh.
on down.
Team Holly. No,
Come
she
on
did.
down. Oh, she don't want to come on
Yeah.
live?
She got her hands full.
Tell the world what's going on. Holly's lock of the week is... Avoyles is Holly Revere's lock of the week. If she says lock of the week, then guess what? Hubby says, I'm rolling with Avoyles to make it 4-0. They're going to go to Bunky and face an undefeated team. But give me Avoyles.
Chris Espy, I just pulled your ticket. You will not show up next week. You going against me also, Chris Espy with Rose Pine? And who is Mindy?
That's
Oh,
my friend. That's Coach Baruch's
Coach
daughter.
Baruch's daughter. I can't go eat
Go
on
ahead.
this.
Not Max.
He
That's,
go-
that's Max's sister.
He gonna have me doing grass drills.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
I'm going to Voiles.
Avoyles, yeah, I'm going. Oh yeah, Avoyles. Oh yeah.
How y'all
There
like
we
that
go.
new segment, y'all? Holly's lock of the
I
week.
like it,
It
babe.
just has a nice ring to it.
She's 1-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 1-1. Pretty good.
She said
Yeah,
she'll
she-
be 2-1
yeah.
next week, Donald.
Yeah.
Huh?
She said
Yeah,
she's
she
going to be
gonna be
2-1
2-1
next
after
I
week.
that.
gotta
Friday.
find out your system.
Yeah.
I gotta find out your system.
All right.
Right.
Next game
Oh, this is
up.
going to be tough, man.
1-2 Karen Crow at 2-1 Ruston. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, my God.
Ruston at home in a stretch fashion.
Can I make? I'm gonna do it like this. Can I make a phone call on this one? Can I make a phone call? Let me see if my friend gonna answer the phone right quick.
Ruston, give me Ruston, baby.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Gary?
At home, I got to go Ruston. As
Ruston.
much as I don't want to go, I want the Golden Bears
I don't
to
want
do
to see.
it.
I don't want to see Karen Cole.
No, hell
1
no.
and 3.
Yeah.
I got to go with Russ. at
Yeah,
home.
I think Ruston.
If they got the same guys they had last year when we went up there and watched them, they had a good little team.
Ryan Roban, you give me that sponsorship money, and I will say Wisconsin beats Notre Dame this week. Wisconsin is the real deal. I love their linebacker core, and they got a heck of a jump around song they played
Coach
down in
Bill's
Madison.
gonna answer.
Okay.
You like Wisconsin when they not playing the SEC?
No.
He doesn't like them. You like Wisconsin?
Yeah.
No, I take that back. I really do. I like their.
I'm going with
He
Ruston.
told me
This-
he's gonna give me some sponsorship money
Mike
if I shout out
Karen
Wisconsin.
might come burn our house
Wisconsin.
down.
Wisconsin, baby. Give me Wisconsin Saturday over Notre Dame.
I'm going with Ruston over Karen.
You like Ruston?
You going Ruston?
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all don't come burn my house down.
Next matchup.
Oh, this is gonna
1-1 Scotlandville at 1-0 Edna Carr. It's the Cougars, baby. They're back and they're ready to go get the title back. Hey, the Cougars.
How Holly said it last week? In the car. Oh, car.
Nope. Her lock of the week's only good for 1
I
week.
know.
I'm
But
going with Edna Carr.
I'm going Edna Carr. I think Edna Carr's. Last year they went to state finals and they were rebuilding. What do you think they're going to have now?
Hey.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Carr.
that's why we call the picks here.
That's right.
University of Carr.
That's
Ooh,
pretty
Lord,
much right.
Next one.
This next one is a loaded matchup. It does not get any better than this unless this was played somewhere in the quarters.
You're
How
right.
about 3-0 St. Martinville at 2-1 Westgate? Ladies and gentlemen, if they didn't have other games
That's where,
later on, this could be your game of the week.
right.
Yep.
But, I gotta say, give me the Tigers. Guess what?
Which one?
They're both the
I
Tigers.
was getting ready to say that.
I got you there,
They
baby.
both the
can't-
Tigers.
I got you there, baby.
You can't cheat. You might go for more Tigers.
Give me
You
the
gotta-
Tigers.
You got to see one of them. Come on.
DeVille.
St.
St. Martinville on the road.
I think St. Martinville's going to do it too.
Yep. I gotta pick it because my wife's from there, so I gotta do it. I won't be able to sleep tonight. But yeah.
We have a lot of people in New Iberia, Miss Cookie. We have a lot of people.
Hey,
This is going to be a good, interesting ball game.
Yeah,
I think
it
it's
Will
going to
be.
be
Westgate-
good.
It's
Westgate's
going
a
down
good
the
football.
wire on this one, guys. I
Yeah,
have.
Westgate.
I don't
There
want
goes
to flip
Ryan.
a coin. I mean, you got Westgate. You got Westgate
this.
offense, the ground attack going against St. Martinville ground attack. That little running back and quarterback is a nice combination that St.
Yeah.
Martinville have.
Ryan, you still watching?
You know, oh wow, man, Westgate and St. Martinville. It's easier for
We got enough people on the team already.
They
What
got
you
over-
thinking now?
They got 100
Westgate and St. Martinville, Jordan.
Hey, it's an outstanding matchup
That
in the
is-
regular season.
That's one of the best matchups they're going to have for the regular season right here. And I'm going to tell you, it can go any way, but I'm picking St. Martinville. I just think
Yeah.
they got the
Tigers.
they playing for something. You say
You
the Tigers.
going to
The Tigers.
you going to Westgate.
Remember we
Westgate at home.
Remember we said St. Martinville's a title contender this year.
Yeah, they are. I,
That's the only edge I
I'm gonna
get.
have to go with DeVille on this one. DeVille got my
Martinville?
love.
St. Martinville, go ahead.
Ryan
Disrespect
Roban.
to Westgate, and let me tell you something. Won't be no blowout.
No.
You know, I'm looking at maybe
Who
three
has the ball
points.
last?
A safety to a field goal.
It may well be who has the ball last. That's pretty much
Exactly.
it.
Yep.
Bird.
I'm gonna go with DeVille. And Chris Espy, what you got on this one? Chris, talk to us.
He got DeVille. Look,
Yeah, DeVille.
Bird, Ryan Roban, if you're still watching, I'm working for that sponsorship money now.
Come on, Ryan.
Give me a
Uh-oh.
watch this.
That's a game I wouldn't mind we go to.
Watch this one, Donald.
Okay.
I'm working on that sponsorship money. Wisconsin, Saturday by 21
Over who?
Whoa.
over Notre Dame.
Oh no!
By 21, I'll give him maybe a touchdown.
17?
Nah, I ain't gonna give him that much.
I give Notre Dame. Notre
But
Dame
keep that
about-
sponsorship money coming in, baby.
Y'all say it, man. Y'all have no sense.
21, he said 17.
I
He
get-
said 35. And Donald said 42.
I said 14. Notre Dame by 14. Notre Dame by 14.
This next
All
one's
right.
gonna be interesting.
Next game up.
Yes, that is going to be very interesting.
0-1 teams battling it out here in week 4.
All St. Ol, because they're home.
course you
0-1
know
John
that-
Curtis
that
at
O.
0-1 St. Oh,
That one don't mean nothing.
hell
You know.
no.
This is the only time I'm going to actually pick Curtis because I think St. Aug's a little down, but I'm going to go Curtis in a close one.
Well, you got to also look at this. St. Aug lost to Zachary last week by 10.
Right.
The final score was what, 38-28 or 38-48?
Something
So
like
they
that.
put up some numbers. So you got to keep that into
Right.
attention. But
Right, but
I
this is
don't think
Curtis.
they're quite ready yet, St. Aug.
This isn't Curtis.
You know, I think
This isn't John Curtis.
I think
This is.
yeah, John Curtis is gonna take him by 10. Yeah, John Curtis by 10.
I gotta say though.
You're going to say,
Yeah.
oh, I got Curtis.
yeah, give me Curtis. I like Curtis. I don't like him against Edna Carr ever,
No.
No.
but I like him
never.
against everybody else.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. That's Edna Carr. I mean, you know, that's just like, okay, we're getting ready to kill you. You know, Edna Carr, when they come out and they crawling and they doing, I'm like going, oh, I'm scared of them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They just have the best, you know, entrance to the field that I've ever seen in high school. When they come out there with the music and
Yeah.
everything, it's just,
We said records don't mean S, I, and so on. It don't mean nothing this time of the year.
you're right.
because it's still early. But you can throw the records out on this one
Right.
because you got De La Salle versus Lake Charles College Prep. Who scheduled this game? Because I want to shake their hand.
I'll be honest with you, Jordy. I think this could go either way. And Lake Charles, the only thing I'm gonna give Lake Charles College Prep got 3 games under their belt, and De La Salle just has 1 because
Hold on.
you know.
Hold on.
But this is De La Salle.
Donald, did you hear De La Salle score last week?
No.
De La Salle lost to St. Charles 3-0.
Wow.
have, you,
That says a lot in my pick.
have you ever seen a high school football game end 3-0?
Yeah, but you got a running back for LCCP that signed,
Oh yeah,
He's the real deal.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the
that's
real
what they
deal.
tell me, and that's what I'm thinking about. I'm going with LCCP, but I'm gonna give them by 3.
you got defense for De La Salle here
Yeah.
versus explosive
Explosive
offense for
It
LCCP.
won't be easy for LCCP, but I'm gonna go with them by 3.
Remember, this team here played in the state championship last year also.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
De La Salle took STM down to the wire. Keith, what you thinking?
Lake Charles College Prep. Just because he got more games under the belt.
Right.
Yeah.
De La Salle.
And they at home,
And they at home also.
LCCP.
and they got an
Lake
offense.
Charles College Prep.
I'm gonna go Lake Charles College Prep.
Yep, I say that I don't want this one to bite me, so I got to go across the board.
Yeah, that's.
I
Here we
got to
go.
go Lake Charles College Prep.
Now, will it surprise me if it goes the other way?
No.
No, it won't surprise me. No, because both teams are good.
You're right.
How about a couple of New Orleans teams here?
Rivals.
1-0 rivalry here.
Oh, most definitely.
Brother Martin at Jesuit. That's some good football there.
I'll go with Brother Martin.
Oh man.
I like
that's-
Brother Martin.
I'm with you too. I like Brother Martin. I think they're
Which one you like that?
man, but they're both good. God,
I know it's home for Jesuit.
Yeah.
But I got like Brother Martin because I don't know.
I'm going with Jesuit on this one, y'all.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I won't be surprised if that one's flipped too.
because
Right.
they're at home.
That can go either way. That can because they're rivals. They're not far from each other, and
Probably neighbors.
well,
Guys playing neighbors, basically.
well, like I said, they're
Yeah,
both Catholic schools.
I'm going to Jesuit.
You know, it's like
Jesuit.
anyway.
Fellas,
Oh Lord, this one coming up.
let me tell you something.
Totally.
The only one that went Jesuit was Donald. Fellas, let me tell you something. Somebody in the chat,
Mindy
let
says
me
Brother
know when's the last time Turlings Catholic beat Notre Dame in the regular season. Because we've started this 3 years ago,
Right,
correct?
correct.
And Notre Dame is 3-0 since we started this.
Right.
So I want to know when's the last time Turlings beat Notre Dame. Here's your next thing. Both teams are 3-0. Here's your next thing. I think this is Turlings' best team in 10 years. Here's your
Correct.
next thing. Turlings is at home. Here's your next thing. Could this be the year Turlings finally gets over Notre Dame because they look like they're the real deal? Donald?
Here's the next thing.
Next
I'm
thing.
still going Notre Dame.
The Pios?
I'm still. You can't count the Pios out. The Pios are the type of team that go in there and destroy your homecoming party.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the type of team they are.
Whenever Notre Dame.
Gary?
I have to go with Notre Dame, Joey.
Tell me what you're thinking here, Gary.
I'm thinking this is going to be a dogfight. I think.
Oh, it will, it will.
I think
It'll be a good game.
I
yeah.
think both teams are very good. I think they have a lot of talent on both teams. I'm leaning towards
City
Notre
against the
Dame.
country.
I mean,
That's
I'm
what I'm
sorry.
gonna say.
I'm leaning
Yeah.
towards Notre Dame. Their
Yeah.
tradition
Along with
is
the
going
country
to
boys.
be there. I think Notre Dame's a little bit better, even though they're at Turlings, and they're going to be playing on turf. So
You won't be surprised
no, either
if
way.
this one makes Game of the Night honors Friday night at the recap show.
yeah.
It will.
it probably will.
Yeah, it will.
Give me
It
the
will,
Pios. Too much
You going
running
to
game.
Pios,
Yeah.
man?
Too much
Across the
running
board.
game, man.
Okay.
Turlings like to spread it around. I think that Notre Dame has clock management here.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
that's it. Yep.
Oh
sir.
my goodness! This next
Across the board.
across the board.
How about 1-0? Warren Easton, baby.
Oh my!
They took
Pass
down
the Baton
Scotlandville last week, but the road does not get easier.
Because guess who they
Who
playing?
making this schedule?
You gotta love to see Week 4
Catholic
football.
of BR.
Right here.
Oh my God.
3-0 Catholic of Baton Rouge versus 1-0 Warren Easton.
Catholic of Baton Rouge by 10.
Oh my God.
No.
Oh.
Bro, you know me, you down and everything, they 4 flat tires, but one of them just put some air in there. One of them just got some air.
Donald, why does Warren Easton win this football game?
Because of the depth. Because of the depth.
They both got the same depth. They're dressing out 100. They 100 plus each.
Yeah.
But Jordan, I gotta go with Warren Easton on this one. I mean, Catholic Baton Rouge not playing against a kid in high.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, I think this is gonna be a good game. But I'm telling you,
Have you
Catholic
looked-
of Baton Rouge is gonna.
Have you looked at
Come out
Catholic's
on that.
resume so far this year?
Yeah, I did.
They
I
beat
looked-
Maryland.
Yeah.
They beat West Monroe. They beat Acadiana.
Yeah, I looked at that. I studied them today. But don't let that record that Warren
Oh, they
Easton
beat
have
West Monroe,
fool
too.
you.
That's true.
No,
Yeah,
Warren
they
Easton's
won
got a
and
good
one.
team.
They won losses.
I'm not going to say go by 10. I'm going to say by 3 maybe. It's going to be a close
I
game.
don't know.
I don't know. He.
It's gonna,
17.
it's going to be a high-scoring game because none of them going to be able to slow each other down.
I don't know.
No,
Catholic,
I don't know.
Catholic got a good
Catholic
defense.
for the win. That's what
SB says Catholic. Chris said Catholic in the chat.
said. Warren Easton. I picked them last week, but Catholic
I'm
for
going
the
Warren
win.
Easton, Miss Young. I
Okay.
gotta go Warren Easton.
Yes, ma'am.
Give me Catholic of Baton Rouge at home. I wish this could be at a neutral site.
You right.
Oh,
I wish it could.
that would definitely be a throw-up, toss-up. And next one going to be interesting.
Folks,
I ain't never seen STM at 1 and 2.
hello, son.
Hey, Daddy.
That's our new panel member. Like,
Yeah.
Is this Espen?
This is Espen, ladies and
He picks
gentlemen.
OHS over Fort Barron.
How about 1 and 2 STM at 3-0 Neville? Folks,
Oh wow.
if I had to pick a state championship game right now, I would say Neville and Edna Carr.
Right. Most
So
definitely.
give me this one here. I think Neville might have their best team in 5 years. And I think STM is going to give them all they can handle here.
Yeah,
all
but,
kind of fits. But,
yeah, but,
that place is going to be rocking. Number 3 for Neville is going to be the difference maker. And I think Neville's
Yeah, running back,
defense
huh?
at the end gets one stop. One stop at the end is going to be the decider. Here, give me Neville.
I'm going Neville myself. I think, and they're playing at Neville.
Yep.
Yeah. Neville's gonna win.
Neville's been tough since the 80s, man.
Hey,
Right.
buddy.
Neville. I have to go with Neville. Neville at home, man, I'd be crazy to go.
St.
against
Thomas
Okay.
More 1 and 3. You don't see it.
No.
No. I do.
But they still can win the state championship.
They will.
And I think they will.
Doesn't everybody go to the playoffs from that group?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Final game, ladies and gentlemen, of our week
I gotta
4
pick that. Oh my
I gotta
God.
pick this thing.
Yeah,
Calvary
yeah.
Baptist. They won the state championship
I got a card in
last
the
year.
pocket.
They're hitting the road. I'm not sure how far it is. Oh yeah, it is far.
Yeah.
Rumble's in New
Rumbles
Orleans,
in
huh?
New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rumble's down there.
So they're
Calvary
going to hit the
Baptist up
road. They got a long trip because Calvary Baptist, with their 3-0 record, they're going to take on 1-0 Archbishop Rummel. Welcome back to high school
Is it
football,
Rummel?
Rummel. We love to see Rummel.
Isn't
And
Robin nationally ranked?
not no more.
Oh.
We love to see Rummel competing up with the big dogs. But I got to say, in New Orleans, Rummel and Calvary Baptist, you got offense versus defense here. Because
Right,
Rummel's
right.
defense was,
Top.
whew,
Oh.
they were something serious last year if you'd have heard these numbers, Donald.
there. Right.
Okay.
I don't know if they have the same defense or not. You got to think they do. But Calvary Baptist hasn't been slowed down yet. They're not going to get slowed down this week. But Rummel's going to be too much in the end. I think it's going to be a 40-something to 30-something type of deal here.
Yeah, I'm looking at 44-34.
That's a
Rummel.
good number.
Rummel. 44-34. Rummel, Miss Cookie.
Yeah, give me Rummel also because Calvary Baptist is a really good football team, and they might win Division 4 again.
Right.
So,
Oh, that's our pick.
Calvary Baptist for me.
Golly, jeez, man, that is so hard.
Heads or tails.
As you said,
That's why we do it, Gary.
give me Rummel. Arch, I think at home, Calvary Baptist is gonna. I'm telling you, I think Calvary Baptist is gonna go in there and give them everything they want. But the fact that they're home, I'm giving the edge, just a slight edge to Rummel.
Yeah.
I got. Oh man, that's one of the hardest picks of the night.
How y'all feel about your picks? Y'all feel good? Now we just gotta wait for the recap on Friday night because you know there's gonna be upsets. You know there's gonna be some crazy games. Right. Taylor Bolton, the floor is yours. If you want to call in number is somewhere in the chat. So, the floor is yours if you want to call in.
I'm coming.
All right, I have some questions for y'all, fellas. So, I want y'all to answer this in your individually perspectives. Big word for you now. Y'all hang in there with me.
This is not working out for me.
All right, here's some questions I have wrote down for y'all. First off, give me a team you've never seen in the title game that you would like to watch in the title game. Doesn't matter if it's this year, 20 years from now. Who's somebody you never watched in the title game that you would like to see in the title game? So Larry's out. Opelousas hasn't played in the title game? So Opelousas
Y'all went to district 2 years in a row. And won 86, 87. Yeah. And I would like to have OHS 1999, 2000 team. Yeah. We had Chris Esprit and I think Don Butler was a senior. We had
Don, put his number in the chat. He didn't hear us talk. Give it out. So y'all said OHS. Gary, who do you think?
I like to take OHS team from 1999. Yeah, when they won they won that's when award was on they were 2020. 2002. But I like to have the 98 and 99 team from our high school in that championship.
I'd like to see, just because my brother and Donald played on the team, I like to see, they had a good team. 86, 87, 88, well, probably 86, 87 team, or 85, 86 team. Like this far off the ground, guys. I mean, he was probably 2 feet off the ground. Yeah.
Can you hear us now, Taylor? Check it out.
Testing 1, 2. Testing Taylor.
We don't have
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Taylor Bolton.
Okay.
Hello, Miss Taylor. How you doing? You on the line?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh,
Good.
yeah, we good.
Coach Taylor Bolton from Acadiana Christian Homeschool. Jump off with some questions for him, Gary.
Man, how's the preparation going for this week's opponent? How y'all doing?
Man, it's going great. This is actually probably our first week where we get a full week of practice in. We don't have team or any type of hurricanes or storms messing up our preparation. So feeling confident leading up to this game Friday night.
You might want to put him on.
Well,
The mic's around.
the mic's on.
Yep.
But that's great to hear, man. I tell you what, I'm excited to see after actually seeing y'all for the first time. Actually seeing y'all for the first time last week. I can't tell you how impressed I am with what y'all are doing. I think it's awesome, and seeing you guys, seeing you guys really excited me, and I like I said, I just can't say how much I really enjoyed the game.
I do appreciate it, man. We try our best. We try our best to
guys that we have and to push them and to bring them really good coaching, put them in systems that'll work for them. Most of the time it shows up on game night, and we hope that it shows up this Friday night like it showed up for you guys Saturday.
Coach, go ahead and let everyone know who is watching right now and a couple of our panelists right now. What is Acadiana Christian football? Where did it start? What is it now? And just give us the insights of what is y'all program.
So we are a homeschool athletic program. We offer football, cheer, basketball, baseball, softball. We're starting up tennis here in the next couple of weeks. And we cater to homeschool athletes from the Acadiana area. So our athletes actually come from about 25 cities, as far out as Jennings, from the entire Acadiana area. We also can allow a certain percentage of kids that might go to a private school or a school that doesn't offer football. We can allow a certain percentage of those guys to play. We started in 2016. It was rough. We didn't win much. We didn't win much the next year. And we just kept preaching to the guys, to trust the process. And thankfully, those guys who started with us in 16 and 17 laid a tremendous foundation that carried us to what we are today. This season's actually our biggest season as far as athlete turnout. Between our varsity and middle school squads, we have over 50 players. So it's extremely exciting. We're young, which has good and bad things. The good thing is, if these kids stay, we have a really good team for years to come. And we push these young guys just as hard as we push our seniors and juniors, so they compete well.
Yeah, only 2 seniors on this football team and a loaded sophomore class. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Our center and our running back. That's only 2 seniors, man. And those guys are great, tremendous leaders. The heart of our offense. Funny thing is, they actually only play offense. We don't make those guys. We said it, this year that we were going to designate defensive guys and offensive guys. And so our defense has no seniors, led by some really good juniors. And our defense is playing lights out, 10 points a game, allowing 10 points a game. Our offense is starting to click, and we run the type of offense that takes a little while, but they're starting to get into a rhythm. So it's been great.
I'm gonna go ahead and let Keith read some of your accomplishments here, and then I want to get your thoughts on your upcoming game.
In the past 5 years that you guys have been, in the past 5 years you guys have been playing, you've had 4 state championships, 2 national championships in 2019 and 2020. That's only 5 years. That's amazing for that little group, and I'm very proud to be a part of that group. We all are. So, hats off to you, Coach.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Coach, let's talk Evadale before we get you out of here. I'm not sure if I'm saying the name right, but you told me and Gary the other night that they were a 2A ball club that you're going to play. What's a 2A ball club when it comes to homeschool-wise?
Well, so they're actually a 2A public.
2A public school? Okay.
Yeah, they play in the UIL, 2A Division II. Burkeville, the first Texas team we played a couple of weeks ago, was also 2A Division II. Same district, they're in the same district. So it's comparable to 2 or 3A schools down here in Louisiana.
Compared to 3A schools down in Louisiana?
About 2 or 3A.
Oh, wow.
We played a really, really tough game against Burkeville. Lost by 2 points. It was close to getting the 2-point conversion to tie the game. And we're trying to stop them on a drive on defense so that we could set up to kick the game when the field goal didn't happen. But even in that game against Burkeville, we dropped 2 touchdown passes. Our quarterback fumbled, running in a touchdown. Burkeville played extremely ranked slightly above Burkeville, but Evadale runs a spread offense, and that's what we practice on all day, every day at practice. That's the type of offense that we want our defense to play against. So I'm excited to see the speed of our defense finally out against a spread offense. And if we can connect on a few more of our passes, we might have a game. We'll have a good game.
Coach, I want you to give Keith and Mr. Donald an interesting fact about your football team, which is mind-blowing, what me and Gary found out when we interviewed one of your key players this past Friday. Gary, you know where I'm going here? Tell us about your quarterback and where he played last year.
Yes, Sammy, he played right tackle last year, so he moved from
Hey, and he's got the best arm I've seen this year so far in person.
We actually got him into a game last year. I don't remember if we put a different jersey on top of his jersey. And he got out in the game and bombed like a 67-yard touchdown without even trying. And
Come on, man.
it was actually a struggle this year because we were having the quarterback competition. I told offensive coordinator, I was like, man, he's a really good right tackle. He's a really good right tackle, so I need him to completely dominate the quarterback competition. If it's close, I'm keeping him at right tackle. And when the pressure was on, he ran away with it. But the guy behind him was really close, another great kid. But Sammy's just a pure athlete, 6'1", 195 pounds. He's 15 years old.
Sophomore.
We're hoping to run more of that read option here Friday night, so try to get him out in space more.
Hey, Chef, next week, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's the start time for that one?
Start time may change, so we're trying to avoid competing with.
Yeah. LSU, Auburn, 8 o'clock Saturday night. We don't want to compete with that one.
A little scheduling issue there.
Yeah, huh?
A little scheduling issue. We'll try to fix that.
Hey, just let us know. We'll be there for sure.
I sure will. Appreciate you guys.
Coach, we look forward to finding out the score Friday night. Wish you best of luck. Safe travels down to Texas.
Thank you.
Let's close this one out, fellas. All right. Let me do my final touches. I'm still on? All right. We've done a heck of a show here tonight. What y'all think, fellas? We got some new merch. I want to say thank you very much to Cradairs, Master Promotions, and Holly Revere herself for hooking us up with some new merch this week.
Yes.
So,
We all look pretty. We all look pretty now.
so thank you to Cradairs and Holly Revere for hooking us up. Thank you to Beauchamp and North Central for getting on the table. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you for our call-ins tonight. We had Coach Edwards from Northwest. We had Coach Travis Blaze from Westminster. We had Hamilton Christian head coach Keith Washington. We had head coach for the Acadiana Christian Homeschool, Caleb Bolton. It was a loaded show with a loaded game selection. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night, Kinder versus Catholic of Point de Pete, live on Under Lights. Friday night, Hamilton Christian versus Basile. Friday night football. Saturday, we are off. Friday night, you can catch us in the recap show. You don't want to miss it. We look forward to seeing you then. Donald, final words heading into week 4.
Oh, it just survived.
Same here, guys.
Gary?
Guys, just stay healthy, stay safe. For all of you guys out there, have a great day. Enjoy, the experience of high school football. That's what it's about.
Thank you for tuning in. Like, share, commenting. We love you. We can't wait to see you Friday night at the recap show. Myself, Jordan Taylor, Mr. Gary Swallow, Mr. Keith Crozier, Mr. Donald Young, Holly Revere, Espen Taylor, and Miss Cookie herself. Have a good night.
You too.
All right.
All right. awesome.